Welcome to the Samwell B12 experience,
where we have you covered for all the NHL action, play-by-play, news, and more. Make sure to subscribe today.
Watching Samwell B experience.
Here we go! Biggest matchup of the year right now, tonight. It's the Leafs, it's the Florida Panthers, and we got you covered. Welcome in, everyone. I hope you're woken up, whatever it is. I hope you're up. I hope you got the energy because we're going to have a party here tonight. Leafs and Panthers. We were actually supposed to be at the game today, feeling a little bit under the weather. So you said, you know what? We're going to give away the tickets. We're going to come live on YouTube. We're going to hang out. We're going to have some fun tonight. And I am fired up because this is my two favorite teams. One of my favorite new age rivalries in this game has huge implications on the standings. We're going to go over it all. So if you don't know what's going on, we're going to break it down for you. Rob, what's going on? Welcome in. Phil, how's it going? Welcome in. 954, how's it going? This is going to be a huge one. No ads. Alan, what's up? Welcome in, buddy. Richard, hello there. Good evening. Rich, hey there. Theo, Sam Eagle, welcome. Scott, hello there. Taylor, how's it going? Billy, welcome in. Antonio, how's it going? Classic Leafs. Numi, what's going on? Already dropping in the predictions. Russell, hello there. Beverly, what's up? Mega, Zachary, how's it going? Welcome in, everyone. Books, welcome. Danny T in the house. This is going to be huge. Thank you so much, Rich. I think it's just allergies, but you know what? Always be a little better safe than sorry. But this is what we've all been waiting for. Bradley, how's it going? Marshall, what's up? Welcome in, everybody on all the platforms. Oh, I'm fired up. I love these guys so much. This is my newest favorite rivalry. They play each other 4 times this year, and it is, talk about mega. This is mega. Andrew, how's it going? Go Leafs, go. Joanna, welcome in. Let's jump into the lineups right away because there's already some shuffling around that's throwing everything into a tizzy. Now, if you watch the video we put out earlier today, you think you already know what the lineups are. Well, wrong again. Alex Barkov did not take the pre-game skate. He was supposed to be the top-line center between Carter Verhaeghe and Sam Reinhart. So it looks like Barkov is going to be out. We don't know the situation. We don't know why he is out, but we're going to listen along and see if we can find out. Peter, what's going on? Welcome. So, Verhaeghe, Reinhart, who's going to be centering them? It could be Antoine Lundell. We'll have to find out. On the second line, Brad Marchand, which, by the way, is still beyond strange to me. Brad Marchand with Sam Bennett and Mackie Samskevich, who, man, this guy is playing really, really good hockey. Listerainen and Jesper Boquist. I assume Nosek is going to come into play center on that line. Again, we don't exactly know. And then we'll get Greer and Rodriguez, and I assume Godoyevich will now be in the lineup tonight. But we're going to see. With Barkov coming out, it really mixes things up here for the Panthers. On the D side, Seth Jones with Gustav Forsling, Mikola with Schmidt, and Mega with Balinskis. And by the way, Mikola did something a couple of games ago you haven't seen in a long time. With 1 second left on the clock, he took a slap shot from his own end, really just out of frustration. And that drew a whole crowd at the end of the game. Wild moments there. But that is the lineup for the Panthers. And, of course, Sergei Bobrovsky is going to be between the pipes tonight. And you know when Bobocop is guarding those lines, it is a tough night in the office. Keep six. What's going on? Luna, welcome in. Jays with a win today. Jays are rolling. They got the bats a-flowing, and things are looking good in Blue Jay Town. Better start than I was expecting. I'm not going to lie. Now, Matt Tkachuk, who is out, of course, he is on that injured list. He is skating, so that's some good news for Panther fans. Jonathan, what's going on? Kulikov is still out, and Sturm, who ran in to AJ Greer yesterday against Montreal, he is officially out as well. And Aaron Ekblad still suspended. John, what's going on? Welcome in. Oh, John, I'm so sorry. Jonathan, what's up? I don't know if I said hello, but I'm going to say hello again. Here we go for the Toronto Maple Leafs. We got Matty Nyes with Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner. Bobby McMahon and William Nylander are going to be playing with our red light player of the game today. It's going to be John Tavares. JT going to be our player of the game. If he scores, we hit the light. Scott Lawton is with Max Domi and Callie Yarncroc. And then we got Pontus Holmberg with David Kempf and Steven Lawrence. Nicky Robertson sitting yet again. On the D side, Morgan Riley is going to be with Brandon Carlo, Jake McCabe with Chris Tanev, and Simone Benoit with Oliver Ekman-Larsson. No real changes there at all. Luna, what's going on? Didn't we do Carlo last game? I thought we did Carlo last game. Taking a look in the goaltender for Toronto Maple Leafs, Anthony Stolarz. So Stolarz is going to be the Tendy for the Maple Leafs. So a huge goaltender battle between Stolarz and Bobrovsky. Those two going to go toe-to-toe. Morgan, what's going on? Thomas, what's up? Welcome into you both. And this is going to be a doozy of a game. Now, if you don't know how these two teams match up, I will tell you. Duke, what's going on? Welcome in. In the couple of matchups they've had so far, Florida won the first one 5-1. Florida won the second one 3-2. So Florida has won both so far going into tonight. Craig, what's going on? These are important games because if you end up tying with Florida, we want that tie break. We got to start winning some games. Andrew, how's it going? I got Wall Young Gun and 2 minutes. Yo, nice, Andrew. Nice. Wall Young Gun and some mittens. Sweet. In the last 5 games, John Tavares has 9 points. 6 of those are goals. He is red hot. Mitch Marner, 6 assists in his last 5. For the Panthers, Sam Bennett, he has 4 points in his last 5. 3 of those 4 are goals. And, of course, Barkov, 4 assists in his last 5. When we take a look at the tenders, Bobrovsky, 31, 16, and 2 with a 244 goals against and a 907 save percentage. 5 shutouts on the season for Bobrovsky. Stolarz is 16, 8, and 3 with a 235 goals against, and he's got a 919 save percentage. Hey, Brandon, what's going on? Welcome. On special teams, Toronto Maple Leafs are now 5th on the power play in the National Hockey League with a 26.2%. The Panthers are at 11th, and they're at 24%. So just a couple points there, a big difference in positioning. On the penalty kill, Florida 10th at 80.8%. Toronto 16th at 78.3%. In the face-off, this is a big advantage for Toronto. 53.9% puts them in second place in the league. Florida is down at 22nd at 49%. Goals for, Toronto is 8th. Florida is 12th. Goals against, Toronto is 15th. Florida is 9th. So this should be huge. Panthers, they are struggling right now. 4-5-1 over their last 10 back-to-back losses against the Montreal Canadiens. Oof, that hurts. You know that hurts. When the things are so tight right now in the playoff race, every point is a necessity, and that is huge. Montreal getting it done against the Panthers. Florida did beat Utah, Pittsburgh, Columbus, and Toronto in their last 10. The Maple Leafs, on the other hand, they are 6-3-1 going into tonight over their last 10 with back-to-back wins over Anaheim and the LA Kings. They had a loss to San Jose, a win against Philly, and then also wins against New York, Colorado, and Calgary. Your officials for tonight, drum roll, brrr, it's Francis Sharon and Brian Pakmara going to be the referees, Kyle Flemington and Derek Nansen, your linesmen tonight. Rick, what's going on? Welcome in. Carlo and Patchy drop the gloves. I hope so. I hope we get some gloves tonight. I do hope we get some scraps tonight. And I'm kind of thinking if we do, this is going to be like an AJ Greer situation, a Greer and Domi type of situation. Possibly. We're getting Florida on the second night of their back-to-back, so they're going to be a little on the downside. They're going to be a little on the slow side. So we're going to have to see how they pan out. But this is going to be a huge game. Now, why is this so huge? If you haven't looked at the standings, right now Toronto is in top spot in the Atlantic Division, 94 points. Toronto needs 1 point tonight to clinch a playoff spot. Just one. That's uno for you Montreal fans. One. Just one. Uno. One. We can do it. 1 point tonight. Let's go. Tampa Bay at 93 points. They're right there. And Florida down at 92. So a win tonight for the Panthers ties them for that top spot. So that's why things are so important here tonight. Bill, what's going on? Welcome in. Them Habs are pesky. The Habs, I got to give them credit. And I probably won't say this ever again. Montreal was there. They dropped all the way to the bottom. They fought all the way back up. Huge respect for what the Canadians went through in the roller coaster ride this season. But I still want Toronto to beat them if they end up playing together. Over in the Metropolitan side, Washington top spot at 105 points. Carolina in second with 94. New Jersey with 87. Ovechkin doing it again the other night, scoring. He's 5 goals away. Crazy that Ovechkin is so close. The two wildcard teams, Ottawa at 84 points and Montreal at 79. They've given themselves a little bit of space. Columbus and New York back at 77. Detroit with an outside chance at 75. So it is a battle for those wildcard spots. Ottawa looks to be pretty comfortable, and Montreal just hanging on with 8 games. 8 games left to go. 7 for some teams, 8, 6 for others. It is going to be very, very close. And we're going to be watching this right down the stretch. And this is what we love about hockey. Games in action tonight. The Rangers in the Wild. They are 0-0 right now. Hurricanes are up 2-0 over the Capitals, so no Ovechkin goal to report yet. Avalanche and Blackhawks start a little bit later, as do the Kraken and the Canucks. And the Canucks are desperate for points. Hey, Hayden, what's going on? The Canucks are currently sitting out. Calgary and Vancouver outside, and they need a lot of points to catch Minnesota and St. Louis, and I think they're just going to run out of games. But we'll take a look at that later. We're going to focus on this game here tonight. Gator, what's going on? Good to see you, buddy. Hope you are doing all right and well, and welcome to the party. And a party it is going to be. We're going to celebrate this Toronto team all night long because this is a huge game, a massive game. Now, this is not the last time they will be playing the Florida Panthers here this season. Down the stretch over the next 2 weeks or so, they play tonight. They're off until Saturday against Columbus. Then they play Florida again on Tuesday, followed by Tampa Bay on Wednesday. Then they go into Montreal, Carolina, Buffalo, and Detroit to finish off the season. So not going to be an easy schedule, but they are going to battle all the way through. And as we're getting started, as they're just coming in at 7:30, so we're just a few minutes away from puck drop. If you didn't hear the news, Rogers signing a massive extension with the NHL to be the exclusive rights holder for all broadcast platforms. So Rogers and the NHL signed, I believe it was a 12-year deal. Hey, Lewis, how's it going? Mr. Ben, welcome in. A 12-year deal, Rogers and the NHL. And it was 8 billion United States dollars, which is about 11 billion Canadian. So huge, $11 billion Canadian for 12 years. That's a massive deal. So Sportsnet, TSN, Rogers, all going to be doing NHL games for a long time to come. Now I'm curious, does that mean Ron McLean is going to be on the air for another 12 years? Or what is it going to come to? It's going to be interesting to see what changes they are going to make. No mention that I saw about Amazon Prime and Monday nights. I assume that is going to continue. Do we still get Tuesday CBC Sat? John, that's a good question. We're gonna have to wait and see what changes they're gonna make, what it's all gonna shake down to be. Hey Wayne, how's it going? Welcome in everybody. If you are just joining us, do me that favor, do me that solid, hit that thumbs up button for us as you're doing. Richard, what's going on? Go Leafs go. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Hit those subscribes, hit those follows, and let's get fired up. Alexander, what's going on? Welcome in, because this is hockey, and oh boy, I'm excited. Oh, we just got a goal. I just saw Minnesota 1-0 now over the Rangers. Let's go. We need to get this one going. I can't hold in my intensity. I can't hold in my energy anymore. I'm super excited. We got all the fluids here. We got the Gatorades. We got the Perriers. We got the Ricolas. We are all set to go. It is a very rainy and icy day here in Toronto. We had a massive storm come through at about 1:30 today. Ice and snow and now rain and freezing rain. So if you are down at the game tonight, please be safe. Please be cautious if you are out on the roads. But we're going to be here. We're going to be living it up. Now, Toronto has a history of some big games, and they have a history of waking up to play some big teams. And we're hoping that's going to continue here tonight, because right now on the line, first or second place. And what does first or second place mean? Well, it means the difference of playing Ottawa if we're in first place, or Montreal, depending on how that finishes out, or do we play Tampa Bay? So it's all going to shake out, if wherever Toronto finishes, some pretty darn good opponents. They could either have a first round against Florida, a first round against Tampa, a first round against Montreal, a first round against Ottawa, all possibilities. And I think that's going to be absolutely incredible to see. I'm really looking forward to see if that can be the case. And I know you are too. I know a lot of you out there are fired up for this playoffs, and we're all a little nervous who Toronto's going to play. So let me know, of those teams we just mentioned, Montreal, Ottawa, Florida, Tampa, who do you want your first round opponent to be? Who stands out to say, hey, we're going to play this team and we're going to play them well? Erica, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome to the party. So I myself, King Derek, you took it right off the tip of my tongue. Tampa is the one. I'm with you. Tampa is the one I kind of want. A lot of people say, Sam, why do you want Tampa? They're hot right now. They're winning games. I want Tampa because I think they're hot at the wrong time. They're hot now, and they're going to cool down, and they'll be right for the taking. Now, some good ones. Rick says Montreal. Vinyl says Ottawa. Two great picks. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to see an all-Canadian matchup, and I would absolutely love to see a throwback to those old rivalries. However, I'd like to see that maybe in the second round. Maybe in the second round, not so much the first. I want our Canadian teams to try and get as far as they can get, and it's going to be awesome. It is just going to be awesome. Now, playoffs, like I said, 8 games. We're about, 2.5 weeks away. When playoffs start up, we're going to be here a whole lot. And we're not just going to be covering Toronto. We're going to be covering a number of different series. So you can tune in and you can follow along. We will have you covered for live coverage of all the games. So another reason to hit that subscribe button. Nick, what's going on? Welcome in. It's going well for me. Oh, they sure can. They're in there. Devils are in there. They're hanging on. Dallas, what's going on? Welcome in. I'm in a state of shock over the Blue Jays start. Rick, or Richard, they're getting it done. They're playing well right now. They're hitting the ball. I give them credit. I was sleeping on them. I did not think they would have this good of a start. Maybe this season won't be as bad after all. Wouldn't that be nice? Like to see Toronto versus Ottawa first round. Yeah, Brandon, that would be a banger, right? How many times are we going to see, if that's the case, if it ends up being Toronto and Ottawa, how many times are we going to see those clips of Darcy Tucker taking on the Ottawa team? The eyes bulging out of his head as he runs guys into the corner. We're going to see a lot of it. Battle of Ontario, that would be a phenomenal way to start the playoffs for entertainment purposes. But I think if Toronto wants the better chance to move on, I think Tampa's going to be the guy. Tampa's going to be the one. If Leafs versus Tampa again, I think it will. Hayden, thank you so much for hitting that follow. Welcome to the party. We're moments away. Number one, what's going on? They're at the last commercial break, and then we're going to get things going here. Number one, hope you're doing well. Marshy goal and Marshy assist. Mr. Bennett saying Marshy's going to have a big night. Now, Marchand has been a little bit of a Leaf killer over the years. He really has. He's done the Leafs dirty, and I'm very curious to see what kind of impact he's going to have here with this Florida Panther team. Now we are still waiting to see what the lineups are going to look like. Big boy Guster, what's going on? Barkov out. Yes, Barkey is out, so we're going to wait to see who goes up in his spot. But that is huge. No Barkov, a huge opportunity for Toronto. And don't forget, that is not the only adjustment here for Florida. I mean, that's a huge one, but they also currently sitting with that suspension to Aaron Ekblad. So Aaron Ekblad with that suspension, no Ekblad, no Barkov, huge opportunity here for Toronto. Lard, what's going on? Make those bets now. Get your bets in. Would love to see Toronto Ottawa. Yeah, that would be really good. Really good. Number one, I am fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, Richard, Toronto Montreal is a possibility. Toronto Montreal has not been a possibility since way back when Gretzky threw that high stick on Gilmore that we won't talk about. Duff, what's going on? Maybe Elfie will throw a stick. Oh, good old times. All right, let's get ourselves ready here.
Join Natalie Morris in the singing of our national anthems.
Natalie Morris, take it home.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Excellent job, Natalie Morris, as always. Great job. In great respect.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land.
right. It's game time. Let's go. We are set, locked, and ready to go. Get your bets in. Who's taking this one? Is it going to be the over? Is it going to be the under? What's it going to be? Now, if you're watching on YouTube or over on Twitch, there's a bunch of graphics here on the screen you're going to see if you've never been with us before. Just up here, it's going to show you where all the shots are being taken from. Right down here to my side, it's going to show you where the play is moving and who has possession of the puck. It's a little bit ahead of the call, but it is in real time. On the far side, you'll see who is on the ice and what their scoring lines are. If you're watching over on the talk, you just get to look at me. If you want to see all the graphics, come on over to the tubes or to the Twitch. Todd, what's going on? Welcome in. Now, you're also earning points, so you can play with those points all game long over on Twitch and the tubes. Hit ! Points to see how many points you have. More on that throughout the night. You'll figure it all out. But let's play some hockey. This one is underway off the opening draw. Florida going to send it all the way down. Stolarz is going to be out. He's going to play this one up along the boards, back to the neutral zone. Florida just hammering it right back in. Seth Jones, he's been a nice addition here for this Panther team. Matthews shooting for 30 tonight. Will he or won't he? That is the question. Matthews trying to drive this one in, can't get it. Quick change. Here comes the Panthers. Panthers in over the line with a shot. Stolarz is going to save it. He's going to play it. Simon, how's it going? Habs score with 8.4 seconds yesterday in the third. That's crazy. Simon, or is it Simon? But welcome in. Dan, how's it going? Leo, how's it going? Who do you want to win? Well, Leo, I got the blue and white on. Hey, Rebecca, what's going on? It is going to be an amazing game. Here come the Panthers. Schmidt with a shot. Rebound in front. Marchand trying to put that one aside. Stolarz looking for it. Marchand still with it behind the net. Going to play this out in front. But Leo, to answer your question, I am representing both teams. Here comes the Big Mac attack. Bobby McMahon with a shot right on. A nice stop by Bobrovsky. I will reveal in due time. Numi, how's it going? In the corner, Nylander going to dig this out. Mikola, a big hit on him. Leafs to the line, going to hold this one in. Domi flipping it down to the corner. Nylander behind. He's going to bring it around to the other corner, passing it back to the point to Benoit. Benoit with a shot goes wide. Domi with it, though. He plays it back to the point. It's deflected out and all the way down the ice. No icing calls. It hit the Leaf player's stick. Stolarz is going to set this one up. And here comes Calle Jarnkrok. No, he's going to drop it for Ekman Larsson. Ekman Larsson going to play this ahead. Now he gets it returned, sitting behind the net. Florida doing a nice job watching the Maple Leaf players, not giving them an inch. Here's a long pass up the middle. Tries to hit Domi. Domi, I think, got a piece, chasing it down in the corner. Hey, Len, what's going on? Sam, that hat you wear might be the deciding factor. It works for the Leafs or only... We'll see, Jonathan. I don't know what you're talking about. This coming around. Tanev going to flip this one down in the corner. You mean this hat? Mark, what's going on? Welcome in. I see that Boston trade is doing great. They are. Here they come. Boston is a whole kind of mess. Florida around behind. No seat going to pitch this one down. MV, welcome in. Ottawa on 6. Wow. Here's a long shot. Big rebound in front. David Kemp trying to chase this one down. Forsling can't get it. Hey, B. Disney, welcome in. B. Disney, did your prize arrive? Hopefully it did. This down around in the corner. Long pass up, going to be tipped in. Rick, what's going on? Nye's coming in with a hit. Here comes Matthews following up, trying to pick it away from Lundell. In the corner, it's left there, and Jones is going to play it up. He gave it away. Benoit with a chance. Nye's going to keep this one in. Now Florida takes it away from him. Here comes the Panthers on the move. Listerinen bringing this one up, and it's going to be an offside call. Numi, I think this, well, I'm kind of torn. Two great goaltenders here. Two great goaltenders. So this is, I have a feeling, is going to be like a 3-2 type of game. That's kind of what it tells me. He's been sewing so much here, I can't check. Oh, okay. Awesome. No worries, B. Disney. I just want to make sure it got to you.
especially in his comment here in Toronto.
16:35 to go. Quick pace so far. Not a lot of shots. Off the draw, it's a scramble. Panthers going to win this one back. Panthers are 6-3-1 this season without Barkov in the lineup. Tavares with it. He's going to dish it over to McCabe. McCabe going to play this one over. That's what you said. Yeah, it's one of those. It's going to be a tight game. Nylander picking it up. Little backhand pass to Tavares. He almost gave it away. McCabe going to bring this one up and putting it in. Daryl, what's going on? Joshua, hello there. Welcome in. In the corner, Tavares trying to dig this one free. Mikola has it. He's going to spin it around back to the line. A long shot. In front, Nylander. Oh! How did he not put that one in? Nick, what's going on? Welcome. In front for McMahon with a shot, and Bobrovsky going to rob him. McCabe can't keep it in. He's got to play this one back. Holy smokes. Wow. Rick, so with those custom emojis, they're all part of the channel memberships. So if you check out our channel membership page, there's 4 different membership levels available, and each one does include the custom emojis. RES, what's going on? Welcome in. What is the QR code? The QR code is just to our YouTube channel. So if somebody is watching on a television and they want to take their phone, they can zap the QR code and come right to our channel. It just makes it easier than having to go in and search. So that's the QR code, is a direct link to our YouTube channel page. Big storm here. Yeah, lots here too, Daryl. Lots here too. Florida dumping it right back in the Toronto zone. Not necessary. How's it going? Here comes Toronto spinning around. Is Lawrence. Lawrence going to take a look. Now he's going to carry this up. I want the Leafs play hard on the puck. Wear them down. Rick, that's the only way you got to do it. Bump and grind this game, right? That's the moral of the story. Bump and grind. Wear this team down. Lawrence going for the wraparound in front, trying to get it through. Some depth scoring would be pretty nice as well. Here's a blast from the point by Ekman Larson. And another nice save here is Toronto starting to get some pucks towards the net. Cat's going to drag this one out. David, what's going on? Welcome in. David, I'm going both ways on this one. But no, Leafs are always number one. Leafs are always number one. Jeff, what's going on? Welcome in. Down in the corner. Ekman Larson going to play this one to the line. Here comes Marner. Marner going to bring this one ahead. Mitchie, he's on a tear, trying desperately to get to 100 points. He's getting close. He's going to leave it here in the corner, and Reinhart going to help move this one up. I got to watch what I say around you guys. Florida going to knock this one off the Leaf stick in the neutral zone. They're going to play this. Nope, it's turned over again. Back and forth, back and forth. McCabe misses his pass. Comes up, picked up by Matthews. He's going to roll it in the corner. Marner going in against Mikola. Marner throwing a little bit of a hit. To the line, here's McCabe. McCabe shooting, and that one goes just wide. Picked up here by Schmidt. Schmidt's going to play it up. McCabe stepping up. Nice, keeping it in right in front to Matthews. And he's robbed point blank by Bobrovsky. Cecilia, how's it going? Welcome in. Matthews with a great opportunity, and Bobrovsky absolutely robs him. Dawson, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Here we go. Only one whistle, they're saying so far. Here comes the Panthers' chance. That's going to hit a leg. Toronto going to turn and come the other way. Nylander dumping this one in the corner. Riley coming over the board to cut it off. Marchand goes in the corner. He plays it around the other side. Toronto, their first shot. McMahon in front. Picked up by Tavares. Neither of them can put it through. Trying to dig through. McMahon, he puts it in the slot, and that one just misses. And here comes Forsling back the other way. 3-on-2, Florida to Forsling. He misses the pass, and Stolarz tips it into the corner. Sasham, how's it going? Welcome in. Did you say Marner? He did. Marner put on a hit. I'm going to have to check the stats, see if he got credit for that one. But he definitely went up to Mikola, dipped the shoulder, threw a little hit. Unbelievable. Leo, what's going on? Oh, my goodness. Matthews so close to number 30. Let's see. I got to check this. I have to know. Did they give him credit for it? They're going to take a commercial break. Did he get the hit? Where are you here, Marner? Oh, Mitchie Marner. Oh, they didn't give him credit for the hit right now. We'll see if that gets updated. Good forecheck. Yeah, Rick, good forecheck going in there, and they're not shying away. Come on, stat keeper, give Marner a hit. He went in there and he bumped Mikola. That was as hit he can get for Mitch. I was happy to see Mitch. Usually he would do that play. He'd skate in the corner and he'd kind of slow down and kind of let the other player get it. Shouldn't matter if he gets hit. It matters to me, Mega. Marner doesn't hit often, and when he bumps bodies, he should get credit for that hit. That's what it's all about. And then Marner comes back in his post-game conference. So for all you people who say I don't go in the corners, didn't you see that hit I threw on Mikola tonight? Oh, it's funny. Doris, what's going on? Welcome in everybody. Oh my goodness, great start, hot start tonight to this game. Good pacing, not a lot of shots. Well, that's a lie. 6 for Toronto, that's a good start. 2 for the Florida Panthers, but 6 shots in about 7.5 minutes, 6.5 minutes. That's a good start. Toronto really throwing the puck towards the net. Now the statistician seems to be a little slow. 7 hits so far for Florida, though. Only 2 for Toronto. So you know Florida's going to be hitting. That is what they do. Both these teams are going to try and wear each other down. All right, coming back from commercial break again. Welcome in, a.k.a. Nat. What's going on? Welcome in. It is 0-0, 12:24 to go. 12:24 to go, 0-0, no score. Pharrell Angel, what's up? It's Azealia. Well, welcome in over on the Talkie Talk. Thanks for checking us out on all platforms. IT, what's going on? Here we go, off the draw. This coming around, Toronto, little bump there. Can't get the puck out. Comes back to Stolarz. He's going to set it up here for McCabe. McCabe going to play this one ahead. Long pass intercepted. Here comes the Panthers. Back in. Nice little play. Here's a blast right on. Polzinkas with a nice little move. Here comes Yarncroc. Yarncroc checked by Rodriguez, and the Panthers going to strip the puck away. Now they turn it over. Comes to Lawton. Lawton can't control. And this is going to be cleared out by... I didn't see who passed it. Hey, Victoria, how's it going? Toronto back in their own zone, setting it up, 11:40 to go. McCabe with the puck, teams changing lines. Thank you for hitting those likes. Keep those likes rolling on. Florida going to bring this one up to the blue line, chipping it past. Oh, McCabe very close to interference there on Listerainen. Matthews can't get it either, and this pass back to the point splits the D. Schmidt is racing back. He's going to get here, get it over to Mikola. Marner coming in quick. Florida going to work this one right back to the Leaf line. They're going to dump it in past Ekman Larson. Coming around far side, Reinhart going to get bumped into the boards. Toronto going to work it ahead. Here's Marner. Marner taking a look. He's going to flip it up for Matthews. A little too far for his reach. Matthews, though, with almost a nice move to recover. And Florida going to put this one in the corner. Now they bring it behind their own net. 11 minutes to go. Good rushing, end-to-end rushes. Some quick passes, great breakout passes by both teams. Tavares line on now for Toronto. Panthers up the far side of the field. Far side of the ice. Driving towards the net, trying to cut through with Sam Bennett. He gets tripped up. Verhaeghe in there, he can't get it. Tavares going to play this to the line, and Bobby McMahon having some trouble as he was being checked there by Forsling. And I think we're getting a high stick whistle. Holy smokes. Brent, no score yet. No score yet. 0-0 is the score, but it's a really good pace. Really good pace. I'll be curious to see if both these teams can keep up with this pace because they've been flying. Absolutely flying. Jay, what's going on? Marchand scores tonight. That would be a Marchand thing to do. Indulging and putting Toronto right, David. In the corner. Florida going in here after it. Balzinki's, he's going to play this one ahead. Panthers dumping it into the Leaf zone. Stolarz directing traffic. Tanev going to pick it up. He can't get it. Lorentz coming back. It comes over to McCabe. McCabe turning. Holmberg going to move up over the red line. Dumps it in, and he takes a big hit. Out is Bobrovsky going to stop this one up. The fans are into that nice. Yeah, the fans are into it. They're a little quiet, but they're playing well. Dan bringing up the no. Love it. This is coming all the way down. David Kemp can't get it, and that's going to be an icing call. So this comes all the way back down. All the way back down to the Toronto side. Oh, my goodness. David, don't even put that out in the universe. Hey, Vic, what's going on? Welcome in. Go Cats. What's up, Luke? I love that we got fans of both teams here. Panther fans, Leaf fans. We want you to cheer for whoever team you want, as long as we be respectful to one another. Which match you watching? I'm looking at Washington losing. Oh, Roger. Yeah, we're watching Toronto, Florida. Panthers and the Leafs. Washington Canes will be a good one as well. This circle around. We'll check the score on that in a little bit. Panthers playing it back to the line. Here's a blast. Big stop. Domi bobbling it between his skates. Forsling at 97 miles an hour. What a huge shot. Touch football. What's going on? Good to see ya. Lador, welcome in. This coming around. Toronto down low. Bobrovsky's down. Toronto in the high slot. Yarncroc going backhand. That cannot get through to the net. Riley playing it in. Yarncroc again with it. Yarncroc cycling it back to the line. Here's a shot. Deflected wide. Lawton is in front of the net. Yarncroc has it a third time. Yarny back to the point. Here's Carlo. He's looking. Carlo going to run this one down. It's going to go all the way around. Domi there to cut it off. The line was about to go and change. Ladors, happy birthday to you. Well, very, very happy birthday. I hope you get a good game for your birthday. Here's Benoit playing this up top. Here's a shot. Great save. Matthews really firing this puck today. John, what's going on? Hey, Raven, what's up? Oh, yeah, I hope you guys are doing okay in that storm. It's nasty out. Another stop by Bobrovsky. David, the way Tavares is playing this year, oh, my gosh, what a difference. What a difference. He has been outstanding. They're going to go to commercial break. Yes, the power's been off for long. Just got it back. Well, I'm glad to hear you got it back. Zoran, welcome in. Jim, welcome in. New York Rangers versus Minnesota Wild. Roger, yes, I can give you that score in just a moment. Bear with me here. Minnesota is up 2-1 over the Rangers. So 2-1 Minnesota, and it's now 3-0 Carolina over Washington. Wow. Speedy, what's going on? Welcome in. Again, welcome in everybody. If you've never been here before, if this is your first time joining us for a stream, come on in the chat, say hello, join the conversation. This is some of the best people here on YouTube. The chat is awesome. Nah, David, I wouldn't take him. He's not for me. He's not for me. I would love to see Habs Leafs playoff. Oh, Dan, it would be wild. It would be incredible. It would be a vicious, vicious game. That's for sure. As would Ottawa. Anytime you put these huge rivalry teams together, it's going to be massive, and I'm certainly excited for it. Certainly excited for it. All right, we're still sitting 0-0 with 8:32 to go. 8:32 to go, no score at all. Holy smokes, 8 shots for Toronto, 4 shots for Florida. Continuing to dig, continuing to battle. Carolina going to get stopped. Don't underestimate this. I don't doubt. I don't doubt. I mean, they're playing well. It's only the first period, but they're playing well. CNL, what's going on? Welcome in. Sounds more and more that Marshy wants to stay. Jay, I wouldn't blame him. You got the tax situation to your advantage, right? You got a solid team that is going to be here in Florida for a while. They're going to be contenders for a while. And you got the warm weather. I mean, can't complain about anything Florida's doing right now. It's a great place to play. Mighty Ducks. That went too fast. Oh, you love hockey. Me too. Me too. Mighty Ducks, do they play against? The Ducks tonight. Here's a shot, and again, Bobrovsky's going to hang on to it. No Ducks tonight. No Anaheim Ducks tonight. The late games tonight are going to be Chicago, Colorado, and Vancouver, Seattle. Those are going to be the late ones tonight. So no Anaheim on the schedule. JDA, what's going on, buddy? How's the weather? Oh, JDA, it's nasty. It's nasty. We didn't go outside at all. Dina B texted me at like 12:30. She's like, you better put your car away. And I looked outside and I was like, oh boy. So yeah, it's pretty gnarly. This all the way down in the Leaf zone. Ekman Larson going to play this one ahead. Long pass up being tipped in. Nope, Florida going to bring it right back out. Sammy Reinhart going to flip it down in the corner. Stolarz is going to play this one around. Riley can't get it. Reinhart with a quick shot. Luckily, he fanned on it. Riley knocked it to the corner. Still here, going to play this ahead. Here comes Matty Nyes. Matty Nyes getting it up to Marner. Marner going to chip this one down in the corner. and they're going to say, no, he did not make contact, and that's going to be an icing call. So this is going to come all the way back to the Toronto end of the ice. We had a whiteout downtown. Now it's turned to freezing rain. Yeah, Jonathan, it's so crazy. So crazy. Excuse me. Pardon me. I will apologize about the coughing today. Like I said, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, which is why we didn't actually go to the game today. We gave our tickets away, but that allows us to be here with all of you. I managed to cheer for Four Nations. And Rich, how hard was that? I mean, that was enough. I don't think I could do that again. I'm saving it up for the Olympics. No, Roger, I think it's just allergies that's starting to get me. But, yeah, better safe than sorry. Ron, what's going on? Gonna do the new team cards coming out on the 14th. Oh, Ron, you know it. You know it. Here comes Marchand. The booze raining out as Marchand carries this all the way down. Here's a shot. Stellars makes the save. Up, up, down, down. What's going on? Welcome in. Toronto's Matthews and Marner are part of the everyone wins ribbon generation. I love that. They got to get the toughness going. That's for sure. Florida gonna flip this back down in the corner. Stellars out to stop it. No allergies with this weather. Yeah, it's crazy. But then Jordan, tomorrow's gonna be 18 again. It's madness here. Long pass up, gonna be tipped down in the corner. It really started, I think, Sunday night. I started to feel it. Then Monday, it kind of a little bit worse. And actually, Monday was really bad. Tuesday, not so bad. But yeah, it's nuts. Personally, I'd like to see Toronto play the Red Wings. Oh, Dawson, that would be awesome. How good back in the day, right? We used to see Toronto, Detroit all the time. I would be okay with that. Nick, what's going on? I hope the Habs get that last spot. They're hanging on. They are hanging on. The Bruins have turned into the teddy bears. So bad, but sure hope people have learned. Exactly, Roger. I don't disagree. You've been rocking shorts all day. JDA, the shorts man. Florida going to dump this one down in the corner. 22 and sunny down there. Leo, I might come over there. That's going to be held and another face-off. 6:34 to go. 6:34 to go. No goals as of yet. Rob, what's going on? I'm trying to join the Twitch, the chat room to join you for this game. Jennifer verification code. None of. Ooh, I'm trying to join in the chat room. Oh, Rob, weird. Yeah, it's, I don't know. I'm new to the whole Twitch thing. Those verification codes. If you have two-factor authentication, it sends a code to your phone or email. I think so too, Jay. I think he will. This down in the corner. Florida going to play this one up. Toronto holding it in. It's still in. They're going to send it right back in. Turning around his lot and trying to go after it. Now Panthers put this one off the glass. Didn't come through yet. Rob, I hate that. That's the worst part. Like, why sometimes does it take so bloody long? Florida going to dump this one in. What if past it comes to the Leafs? Numi, there's no way they could afford that. But hey, him and Willie are best buddies. Maybe he'll put a word in. Yeah, that would be insane. But there's no way they could afford that. Here's Schmidt turning around. He's going to play this one ahead. There it is. Only 310 days, Dallas. Only 3. I'm practicing staying up late now. In the corner, Toronto behind the Panther net. They're digging here. Good forecheck. Lorentz has it in his feet. Holmberg moving to the side of the net. Kempf in there. Comes to Lorentz. He's going to play this along the boards. It's picked up and cleared ahead. Florida going to move this one out. We're always going to play for the lead. We got a few years for that, JDA. Lundell playing this one back to the line. Again, it splits everybody. Marner racing at it, and Forsling is going to get there first. Forsling going to spin away from Marner. Penner circular right now into Prime Gaming. I don't know. And then there's no... Oh, Rob, that's brutal. Just working it up. Matthews over to Nyes. Nysy off the boards back to Matthews. Matthews behind the net, sending this to the line. Putting it across for Riley. Riley, long shot. Grabbed by Marner. Marner still looking. Nyes is taking a beating in front of the net. Here's a shot. Matthews going to pick it up. Nyes backed away, and the puck doesn't come to him. Holy smokes. Wow. Bringing it back around. Oh, remember, it's been a long time since we had some good fights. Yeah, Nyes trying to cut in. We had a good one the other night. We had a decent one the other night. Here comes Bennett the other way. Stellars is down, makes the save. Marchand is there. Puck is loose. Marchand trying to play this one around. Picked up, sent down to the line. Held in. Belinsky is playing it across. Back up. They don't connect. That's going to go up. I thought it hit the mesh. It did not. Hops down on Stellars, and he's going to cover that one up. Gordon, how's it going? Welcome in. Holy smokes, what a pace. Still no score. 4 minutes to go in period number 1. No score as of yet, but wowie zowie. This is moving. They're going to go to a commercial break. Again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. If you've never watched with us before, my name is Sam. This is The Experience. Thank you so much for joining us. We love our hockey. We are here for most Leaf games, and come the playoffs, we're going to be here every night, sometimes doing double headers, covering as much as we can. We love our hockey so much. So make sure you hit that subscribe and set your notification bell so you never miss a stream. Matt, what's going on? Welcome in. Hard to believe the Habs. I know, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Four Nations, Lighter, that was great. Four Nations was awesome. Shan, what's going on? No goals yet. No goals yet. Hanging on. Hanging on, waiting to see who's going to break the ice first. But this game really is living up to expectations. End-to-end rushes. It has been wild. It's been a lot of fun. So exactly what we thought it was going to be. Now, there are so many ways you can help support us here on the channel. One, by hitting that subscribe. Two, just by watching along and hitting that like button. If you want to take it to the next level, check out our membership packages by hitting a little super chat $sign at the bottom. If you're on a computer, there's a join button that will take you to the membership page. Or if you go to our main video in the description, there should be a link to channel members, or go to our main channel page and hit the join button. There's 4 different packages. Every package gets you custom emojis, a loyalty badge, all the way up to our top package that gives you access to join me live on stream during intermission to be an intermission guest. So all kinds of packages available. Check out and become a channel member today. All right, coming back. Let's go. Let's go. Speedy Base keeps up the whole game. If the speed keeps up, I think it will favor Toronto. Florida's got a lot of speed. It's going to come down to endurance. I think Florida is a more bang and crash. Toronto can keep up the speed. Luckily, they don't have a game tomorrow or Friday, so they can recoup for 2 days, because usually when Toronto plays a fast-paced game like they did in Colorado, they disappear afterwards. Off the draw, Ekman-Larsson going to play this one around the boards. This is going to be tipped out. Nylander chasing this one down. Penalty coming up. Interference call is being made, and Toronto is going to go to the power play. Paul Maurice not happy. Belinsky is going to take the call. He's going to go to the box, and it's a Maple Leaf power play. Let's see what they're going to do. The Maple Leafs power play in March was redonkulous. Absolutely insane. I think they ended up almost at 50%. Hey, Jesse, what's going on? Welcome in. I am doing great, thank you. Hope you're doing well. So here we go. Interference is a call. Maple Leafs on the power play. Off the draw, Matthews trying to get it back to the point, and it's chipped out. I hate this reverse angle. Matthew Nye's going to bring it all the way back. It was actually tipped. The pass was tipped. Stellars had to be sharp. And here comes Marner. Marner going to bring this one up. Dropping it off. Here comes Nylander up to Nyes. Nyes trying to feed it back over to Nylander. Can't do it. Urisi is what's going on. Welcome in. Still digging this, coming to the line. Marner throwing it up. Bounce pass. Matthews tried to put it across for Nyes. Sliding over. A nice play. They're digging. It's loose. Matthews going to go off the boards, and it's going to come all the way down as Nylander was pitching up, and he couldn't hold it. Carson, what's going on? Welcome in. Lydor. I take Matthews over Marner. Matthews over Marner. Tane is the name of the game today. Oh, yours says, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better soon, my friend. Tavares going to flip this one in the corner, going after it. The Starainen was up on him. Florida getting real aggressive on the puck carriers. Toronto to Marner. Oh, we should have shot that. He goes to Nylander. Sharp angle. He shoots. That one is blocked. Nylander back with it. To the point. Here's Marner. Long shot deflected. Comes to Nylander. He doesn't shoot. He has to settle it down. Nylander bringing this one back into the high slot. Little saucer pass to Nyes. He took it off a skate, kind of kicked that one free, and Sammy Reinhart is going to clear this all the way down the ice. Nylander bringing it back up to the red line. Now he's going to play it back. They're switching it up with 25 seconds to go on the power play. The B unit coming on. Come on, Leafs. Here comes Domi. Domi going to shovel it up to McMahon. McMahon playing it for Domi. Domi had to skip around Jones, but he still has the puck. And the Cat's going to carry this one out. Nice little hit there. Boquist taking a big bump. Riley has it back. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go in the period. No score. 0-0. Here comes McMahon. Bobby going to flip it in. And the Cat's going to move this one out. Power play has expired. Back to 5-on-5. Here comes Domi. Domi getting a fistful of glove, or a face full of glove by Mikola. The Panthers going to roll this one around. Florida, long dumping. Verhaeghe trying to come in after it. A little stick lift there on Tanev. Verhaeghe comes away with it. Tries to get it over to Marchand. He's going to take a stick in the face. And Toronto now is going to go to the box. Paralife, what's going on? Welcome in. So Marshy gets caught. He's okay. I know everybody was so concerned. I'm under the comfy covers now and heavily medicated. There you go. Well, I hope you're doing well. Or will do well soon. So big battles going back and forth. And Tanev just gets a stick up in the nose of Marchand. That's a big target. You know, I can talk. I kind of got this, you know, the Marchand nose going on myself. So Florida now going to end up on the power play with 1:28 to go here in the first period. The Panthers on the power play. They're going to go with Marchand, Bennett, Reinhart, Samoskevich, and Jones. This around, Toronto going to pull the puck loose and clear this one all the way down the ice. Here comes Jones. Jones going to play this one back. Up over the line is Reinhart to Samoskevich, turning it over, and the Leafs getting it down to the Panther blue line again. Jones taking a look. He's going to curl, drops it off. 1 minute to go. Here's a pass across. Marner going to bat it down out of the air. Florida keeping this one in. It has been a great period. Down low, behind the net. Florida working this one through. Reinhart with it, coming to the bottom of the faceoff circle. Giving it to Marchand. Marchand back to the line. Bennett across. Here's the one-timer. That's going to be deflected. Jones at 93.5 miles an hour. Back around, and Toronto flipping this one up. And with 30 seconds to go, it's going to come back to Bobrovsky. This one on the move. And I just realized, has our little thing here not been working all game? This one working. Trying to bring this one down. End of the, there it is. Oh, they were having some issues with that technology. 5 seconds to go. Panthers bringing it in. Here's a backhand. Stolarz off the blocker. And that's going to do it. First period has come to an end. Let's go to the intermission and break this one all down. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Let's get this scheduled. There it is. 12 shots for Toronto, 7 for the Florida Panthers. 21 hits for Florida. Are you kidding me? 21 hits for Florida. That is wild. 4 hits for the Maple Leafs. Faceoffs are 8-5. Toronto has the lead there. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. Florida still has a little bit left to go on theirs. 8 giveaways for Florida, 3 for Toronto. I'm cool with that number. 3 block shots to 2, so not a lot there. Holy moly, what a period. What a hot period. I mean, back and forth, end to end. Lots of great chances by both teams. I think Toronto had the better of the chances so far. Lots of pucks to the net. They just have not been able to beat a good goaltender, but that's okay. 3 shots for Matthews in that first period, 2 for Marner, 2 for McMahon, 2 for Tavares, then Lorentz and Nylander each picking up a shot. Your leading player in that period was Mitch Marner, 7.5 minutes. 7.5 for Marner, 6:45 for Nyes, 6:15 for Matthews, 6 minutes for Nylander, 5:25 for Tavares and Domi, and then it goes down from there. On the defensive side, Jake McCabe at 8:21, Morgan Riley at 7:06, Carlo at 6 minutes, Tanev at 5:53, and then Ekman Larson at 4:59. Ekman Larson needs to play more minutes than that. I'm not sure why they're holding him back so much. Holy smokes, though. This has been intense. Florida's hitting is why still no goal. Yeah, Sasham, they're hitting a ton. They're hitting a ton, which is really, really, really good. I love to see the physicality. Love to see that Toronto is standing up for it. And you're thinking to yourself, Sam, why are you saying you like to see Florida hitting so much? Well, I'll tell you why. One of the weaknesses, one of the things we've always talked about Toronto in the playoffs is their lack of intensity, their lack of physicality. And it goes to show right now they're taking a pummeling in the physical line, in the physicality department. And they're still holding their own. They're, excuse me, still getting great opportunities. So kudos to the Maple Leafs. You're hanging with this team who's hitting you an absolute ton. Panthers have a lot of gas in the tank. It's only going to get better. And listen, Panthers, considering they're playing the second night of a back-to-back, great job, like bringing the energy, doing an excellent job. Let's take a look here quickly at the out-of-town scoreboard. The Wild have now tied it up with the Rangers. It is 2-2. Hey, Charlie, welcome in. Nyquist and Faber, your goal scorers for Minnesota. Schneider and K. Andre Miller, your goal scorers for the Rangers. That one is now tied at 2s. Carolina still 3-0 over the Washington Capitals. Walker, Blake, and Jarvis, your goal scorers there for Carolina. Now, Carolina is a bit of an interesting team. They're a team I usually sleep on every year, and I don't give them the credit they deserve. But come playoff time, they are a very hard team to play against. So I'll be very curious to see how they do down this stretch. And of course, here right now, we're watching the Leafs and the Panthers, and what a great game. It is giving us exactly what we needed to see, exactly what we expected to see, right? Big battle in the corners, mucking it up. The Maple Leafs were favored on the money line, or are favored on the money line. By the way, if you are betting, please play responsibly, play within your limits. Toronto at -125, Panthers at +100. Toronto favored to win by 2. That's all right. Listen, go Leafs, go. Under over is at 4.5, which is interesting. Usually I see it up around 5.5. All right, let's go to the comments. Panthers getting back to that Panther classic old time hockey. Yeah, and that's something they're real good at. And I think part of that is when Tkachuk returns. You know the Tkachuks like to play that old time hockey. You know they're going to get in there and grind it out and do those things. So this is Florida Panther hockey, and they're doing a phenomenal job playing to their game plan. And that's going to be their game plan all playoffs long. Now, the downside when you play that way is you risk injuring yourself, right? You're running guys, you're hurt, you're going hard. You're going to cause your own injuries like we saw last night when Greer and Sturm kind of ran into each other inadvertently, and Sturm not able to go here today. Wayne, what's going on? Welcome in. I am doing great, thank you. Still feeling a little bit under the weather, but I am hanging in, and I am doing A-okay. It would have been nice to go to this game tonight, but that's okay. I'm happy to be here with all of you. Benoit would wipe the floor with Mikola. Keep 6. I'd love to see the two of them getting into it. Mikola has grown, so much as a hockey player. Mikola really, really has developed and grown so much. And we kind of noticed it last year. He was a very important piece. We saw it in the Four Nations Cup. Listen, Mikola is 6'6", 204 pounds. We saw when he played for Finland, he was one of their better players. He was really, really good. This season, in 69 games, he's got 22 points, 16 assists, and 6 goals. But more importantly, he's a +14. So he's doing very, very well. And he's playing some big minutes, right? He's playing upwards Yesterday against Montreal, he played 22 minutes. In both games against Montreal, he played about 22 minutes. So the guy plays a lot of ice time. He's a good player to have, and he's a big physical presence come playoff time. So Mikola, a very important piece to this Panther defensive squad. Cottaging, what's going on? Send the best of players out for the Panthers. The Leafs better win. Yeah, listen, Barkov is definitely out, but you can't count out this Panther team. Sam Reinhart is a beast waiting to awaken. He's got 36 goals this year. He's kind of slowed down. He still has 3 goals in his last 5, but he's slowed down from where he was at last year. He had 57 goals. 57 goals last year. He still could hit 40 goals this year. So you never know what Sam Reinhart could do. He could absolutely explode. Sam Bennett as well. He could score. Marchand can score. Lundell can score. Verhaeghe can score. Listerinen can score. There's still a lot of guys that can put the puck in the net. Yes, Barkov is the captain. Yes, he's a little bit of the heart on this team. But this team can score. So they got to be careful. BC, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you. Paul Maurice. And let's talk about Paul Maurice for a second, because when he came to Toronto and everyone was like, who's Paul Maurice? What's the deal with Paul Maurice? Nobody really knew a whole lot about him. And I actually liked him a lot when he was here in Toronto. I was sorry to see him go, but boy, is he thriving. And part of it is, I think when he was in Toronto, and I don't know for a fact, but I would say this about all the coaches. I think there's a lot of people that have a lot of say in some of these coaches' decisions, right? I don't think the coaches are just allowed to coach. I think there's a lot of influence in this organization. And when he goes to Florida, he's allowed to coach. He's allowed to do what he wants to do. And it's been paying huge dividends for him. So he's going to be in Florida for a while, and good for him, right? He certainly deserves it. And I'm very, very happy for Paul Maurice. Great guy. And to hear the way the players talk about him, it's unbelievable. I got to watch till 2 a.m. here. Oh, wow, Road Warriors. Please be safe. Please be careful. That's wow. Yeah, storms going on all over the place right now, which is crazy. All right, 3 best coaches in the NHL: Paul Maurice, Cassidy, and Monty. Yeah. It's tough to disagree. You know who's not on that list? John Tortorella. Pat Quinn was great. Pat Burns, both Pats. Pat Burns has to be up there as well. One of the greats. I still think the greatest general manager, probably maybe not even general manager, but just one of the greatest hockey minds of all time, is Roger Neilson. Roger Neilson, the way he thought of the game, he really was, he was the video man, right? He was the guy who brought in, watching the tapes and studying the tapes and learning the plays. And Roger Neilson was just amazing. Yeah, Scotty Bowman's got to be up there as well. Bowman is up there as well. But I'm such a big fan of Roger Neilson, in just the way he thought about the game, the way he looked at the game was absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, Dan, Scotty Bowman too. Scotty Bowman, what does he have? 7? Was it 7 rings? I don't know. He's got a whole lot of rings. But Scotty Bowman is just, again, another one who just looks at the game differently, which is very, very cool. Everyone is forgetting the Avs signed Taylor McCarthy. Keep 6. I didn't even know that. I had no idea. So what's the scouting report on Taylor? Is he, I don't think he's as good, because we'd be hearing a lot about it if that was the case. But it's the same family, so he's got to be pretty decent. Let's see. Did you hear about the fight the other day? So Brendan Carlo got in his first fight against the Leafs the other day, or with the Leafs the other day, and he fought Merlot. And it turns out that Merlot, his brother, is a UFC fighter. So Carlo had no idea he was dropping the gloves with the brother of a UFC fighter, which was pretty wild. I mean, that's got to just hit differently, right? That's got to just hit differently. Simon, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much for the gift. I really do appreciate that. I apologize that I missed it. I hope you're still in the live. I hope you're still in here. But thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I apologize that I missed it. I missed it, but I hope you're there. Thank you so much for hitting that gift. So okay, second period. What do the Leafs need to do? What do the Leafs have to figure things out? Hang on. Scotty was a great coach, but not liked by player. He didn't care. And Leo, that's one of the things. Hey, Robert, what's going on? Join with a heavy heart tonight in morning. I'll wait for the other end of your comment there, Robert. But yes, Leo, it's one of those things where it's like you can't care. I mean, you can't feel like you have to be liked, right? You have a job to do. You got to get the job done. And sometimes it means you got to put players in their place. You have to push them to get to their limits, right? It's important. Jacob, what's going on? Coming in with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Jacob. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Stick taps in there for Jacob. For the Islanders season. Oh, Robert, you had me going. I thought something was going on. But Robert, yes, for the Islanders season. Well, we're glad to have you here. Gainey did well. Yes, Gainey was pretty good too. UFC fighter, but what if he is a grappler? Grappling would be hard in hockey. That's true, Sasham. That's true. He goes for the tackle, the leg tackle takedown. Put him in a triangle on the ice. Pull back on the arm. That would be crazy. But again, Jacob, thank you so much. Appreciate the super chat. You don't need to be like, you need to be Dan. That is it. That is it right there. You are on the money. You don't need to be liked. You need to be respected. Couldn't be more true. It's not about being friends. It's about getting the job done. And when you win, you earn that respect for your coaching style. And as you win, you start gaining respect amongst the league. There's a way to win in a classy way. And there's a way to win in the Babcock Tortorella way. And reputation will last. But that's a great line, an absolutely great line. Ovi so far. Ovi is absolutely lights out ridiculous. I mean, what Ovi is doing, he's 4 more goals away. 4 more goals away for Ovechkin. Gretzky's going to follow him around now. Gretzky is going to be there, going to make sure he does not miss it. 4 goals. What do they have left this season? Are they on the board? 4-0 Carolina now. Wow, they're not even on the board. Okay, let me take a look. Washington, 74 games. So they got 8 games, I guess 7 after tonight. 7 games to get 4 goals. Oh no, computer issues. Oh, Robert, hopefully it gets sorted out for you. And he's just doing spinning back fist. We already got the Superman punch, Jay. It's only a matter of time. Excuse me. It's only a matter of time. Dallas, probably a lot. I really hope Marner actually shows up in the playoffs this year, because I heard if he doesn't, he won't be re-signed. BC, it's the whole Marner situation is going to be so crazy. So crazy. I don't think it's a matter of his playoff performance. I think Marner has a number, and Marner won't settle for anything less than that number, because remember, his agent is a very difficult agent to negotiate with, and he's held out before. And so Marner's going to hold out for his number. And if he's not going to get it here, if Toronto won't give it to him, he's going to go look elsewhere. And listen, if he thinks he can get 14 million or whatever his number is, good for him. I personally do not think he's worth 13 or 14 million dollars. I really don't. Listen, he's almost a 100-point player. Yes, and that is hard to to lose, right? That is worth something. But you're right. If you do not perform in the playoffs, then it's all for nothing, right? We can get to the playoffs. What does this be? The 9th year in a row that Toronto has made the playoffs? In those 9 years, we've only made it to the second round one time. We have to find a way to make that happen. Worth 10.5? Yeah, BC. So I would kind of do that, you know. I would say, yeah, 10.5, but what is he making? Like 10 million now, something like that. He's going to want a pretty significant raise. That I think is going to be that's going to be your challenge. He's making 10.9 right now. 10.9. So, you know, could you imagine going up to Marner and saying, listen, we've overpaid you for the last 8 years. We want you to take a decrease. No, Marner, you know, if they gave Nylander 11.5, they gave Matthew 13.2. Nylander's probably going to come in saying he wants around 13. His number is 16 million. He doesn't get it. No, oh, Wayne, I don't think his number is that high. I mean, that would be insane. I mean, Rantanen effectively took 13. Draisaitl took a little higher than that. You know, is Marner a Rantanen or Draisaitl type player or a Matthews type player? I don't think so. Marner's not been along to interest Lou Lamoriello. And when is Lou Lamoriello going to retire? Holy smokes. That guy's been around forever. He was so good. And, you know, hanging around a little too long. Need to spread the wealth. Spread the wealth. Listen, the more interesting situation, we'll talk about it in the second. The more interesting situation is going to be Matthew Knies, because Matthew Knies is a restricted free agent. Somebody's going to offer him an offer sheet. Somebody's going to offer him a ridiculous amount of money, and then Toronto's going to have to match it. All right, let's get set for period number 2. Period number 2 coming right up. Princess Buds, what's up? Crazy, crazy. Hey, Marilyn, what's up? Welcome in. Welcome to the party. No score going into period number 2. How are they going to crack this one wide open? Who's going to be the first one to put it in? Yes, RIP to Val Kilmer. It was so sad to hear. I know he was really sick, but it's always sad, always sad. All right. They're going to drop the puck, and they're going to redo it. I know. Of course I know. So let's do it again. 32 seconds on the clock for the Florida Panther power play. Scramble draw. Toronto going to play this one back. Killing a few seconds. Now sending it all the way down the ice. Florida behind their own net. Marner watching. Bennett going to drop it off here to Seth Jones. Jones is going to move it ahead. Marchand passing it back down. Florida hitting the red line, dumping it in. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Matthews on the puck trying to take away from Marchand. It's put in the corner. Bennett walking out. Marner going to glove it down. Comes to the line. Power play has expired. Marchand shooting. Hits Stolarz. I thought that hit the goalpost. Still in here. 5-on-5. Here's a long shot from the point. This one is going to be deflected and trickled wide. Benoit, a little flip pass over to Forsling. Forsling with a shot. That's blocked. Here comes Bennett again. Wide leg, big base. Going around the net. Going to pass this over. A little flip-flop with Reinhart, or with Jones. Jones taking a bump in the corner. Jones carrying it down. Left it here for Bennett. Bennett over to Reinhart. To the point. Here's a shot by Forsling, and he scores. The Florida Panthers gonna strike first, and it's Gustav Forsling with a huge laser. As Toronto put 4 guys in the corner. 4 guys going in the corner allows Florida to work it out back to the point, and this clapper just finds its way up over the glove, bar down. Great shot by Forsling. Stolarz is down, trying to see the puck, and this goes up high. No chance. First goal of the game. 32 wins when scoring the first goal of the game for the Panthers. Has them first in that category. What a huge shot. So just like that, it's 1-0 Florida. And they're looking for more.
Kept the momentum going off that man advantage, and now Benoit moving down.
Benoit going to bring this one down. That's Forsling's 10th of the year, by the way.
McMahon's got it. In behind the net goes to Nylander. One hands it back to McMahon to the front of the net. Can't get the pass across. Broke it up. And it's chipped away.
Reinhart and Bennett picking up the assists. Ekman Larson back with it. Ekman Larson going to carry this one ahead. Now he's going to move it over. Carlo hitting the line, going to dump this one in. Down around, Panthers going to work this one through. Right in front. Quick pass there. Domi, he couldn't get it. Schmidt is up on him. Now Domi takes it away. Domi looking. He turns and shoots. That's going to go high. Carlo going to pick this one up. He's going to feed it back down to the side. Yarncroc is digging for it. In is Domi. Domi along the boards. They're trying to shovel it. And the Panthers going to get this one out and down the ice. Good work there by Domi. He tried desperately to be stealing that. Here comes Domi again in front. He shoots. And that goes just wide. Wow. Reinhart going to bring this one up. Domi is playing good right now. Here comes Reinhart around behind the net. Going to get shoved into the boards. Tanev going to pick it up. He's going to flip this one up to Marner. Marner, one hand on the stick. He's going to cycle around. Yeah, keep 6. It really is. Here comes Nyes. Nyes going to drive this one in. Nyes, one hand, playing it in front for Matthews. Couldn't get the shot off. And the rumors that Nyes want to remain a Leaf, but the Leafs wait to see how Marner and JT have decided to re-sign them or not. If they re-sign Nyes, because Nyes is RFA. Yeah, I mean, they'll sign Nyes, but it depends on how much money they're going to have. Here comes Verhaeghe driving, and Ekman Larson going to bump him. Setting it to the line. They can't hold it in. Jones lets it come out. They play it back. Leafs setting it up. That's right, Cecilia. Lots of time. Lots of time. Here's Ekman Larson. Long pass, going to chip this one in. The chase is on as they're going in the corner. Holmberg with a nice job on the forecheck. Holmberg behind the net. He falls down. Can't get it to Lorentz. Coming to the line. David Kempf can't hold it. Lorentz can't hold it. It's going to come out. And they're going to call it on the offside. Good rush. Really good rush. Some good play. Toronto's looking to answer. Looking to come back in here. And they're doing all the good things. Nyes took a slash on the hands. There should have been a call there. Usually you get those calls when you get the slash right on the hands. 1, 2, 3, what's going on? Welcome in. We've got this, Leafs. Off the draw, Toronto going to chip it in. Here comes Tavares on the forecheck. Up against Jones, he can't take it away. No seek. Going to play it up the boards. Back across, breaking in. Godoyevich doing a nice job. Florida playing it back to the line. Going to work it up. That's one thing the Panthers do very, very well. Oh, here's Nylander. Nylander, breakaway. He's coming in, shooting. Forsling doing a nice job to get back. Nylander had to pull up and get around him. Wow. Yeah, not necessary. They're letting a lot of things go. A lot of things go. But usually on a scoring opportunity, you get your stick on the hands. It's going to be called out. That's why I was surprised it didn't get picked up. Turning back around. Domi in over the line. 2-on-1. Domi slowing down, shooting. It's there. Lawton trying to pull the trigger on the rebound. He can't do it. Racing back. The Leafs not surprised, right? Going to play this one up. Riley with it now. Riley moving it ahead. Flipping it in. And Matthews trying to come up. Tried to steal the puck. Matthews in there with Lawton back to the line. Played across. That was a silly pass. Good night, Munchie. Absolutely. I agree with you there. Nye's going to play this one in. Mikola bumping up on him. Yeah, Mega, sometimes you gotta do that to get it just right. In the corner, Matthews trying to get it away from Rodriguez. Reinhart in there as well. They're all digging, trying to move this one ahead. Predicting 3-2 Toronto. That's, excuse me, a lot of us have that same prediction. Marner has it taken away. Florida winding up in their own zone. Long pass ahead, up over the line. Lundell couldn't control it. Look out, almost too many men. Panthers had to wait. Nyes picked up the loose puck. He's getting help from Tavares. Tried to play it out. for Ekman Larson, and the Panthers going to send this down the ice. Listerine going to take a bump in the boards. Lundell comes in to take it away. It's coming back to the line. Here's a shot. High and over the net. Background, Florida controlling this in the Leaf zone. Here's another shot by Verhaeghe, and he's coming close. Mr. Ben Forsling scored for the Panthers. A shot from the point. Back to the line. Leafs can't clear. They're going to try again here on the near side. Ekman Larson up the middle, doesn't connect. It's intercepted by the Panthers, Belazinkas, and he's going to play this one in. Down around the corner, Ekman Larson trying to get there. Leafs seem to be struggling with the quick pace of the Panthers. Here's Marchand trying to come across, and they turn it over to Verhaeghe in front. Marchand with a chance. It's in the feet. Somebody clear it out, and it does. Jones is back to pick it up, going to give it over to Forsling. Holy moly. Stellars has been different after that formation. Yeah, Human, I don't disagree with you. He has been for sure. Something's just been a little off, right? Just a little off. Toronto going to turn it, going to steal it. Bringing this one in. Holmberg with it, down in the corner. Holmberg back to the line. Toronto throwing it down low. That one misses, and not by much. Back and forth they go. Tanev with it in the Leaf zone. Tanev. He's going to play this one up. Chip down in the corner. Bobrovsky coming out of the net. He's going to play this away from the Leaf player to Forsling. Forsling sends this one down the ice. McCabe to Tanev. Tanev cross ice. Working this one up. Little move to Kampf, but that's going to be offside. Offside. Welcome in, everybody, as you're joining us. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. We really do appreciate it. Good hustle, good game, but they're going to a commercial break. It's 1-0 Florida, 1-0 Panthers. On a nice goal by Forsling from the point. And that's one thing Florida does very, very well. They, excuse me, they use their defensemen to shoot. Those defenseman shots from the point really change your offensive position. Something Toronto does not do nearly enough. They are last in the league in terms of defenseman points, and it's been that way for a while. Let's get going. That's right, Lewis. Let's get going. Let's get things fired up. They got to find a way. They just got to find a way. All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make a move. We're going to make a swap of the caps. A little swap of the cap. Let's see if we can get some mojo going for the boys in blue. We want to see what they can do. The Blue Jays pulling out the win 4-2 today. Now it's the Maple Leafs time. Troy, what's going on? Welcome in. Excuse me again. I apologize for the coughing. Like I said earlier, I'm a little under the weather, but hanging in there. Wasn't going to miss this game. We'll get more hockey coming up this weekend. This time of year is the best time of year. Speedy, what's up? Welcome in. You finally won. There you go. B Disney finally won. B Disney, you finally win at the virtual games, but the real contests, you win like going out of style. That's really funny. That's really funny. But everyone can get in on playing the games. You can play our virtual slot machines. You can play our heist games. And channel members can play our virtual gamble games, all to earn points faster so you can use them to redeem them to bring graphics up on the boards.
And Florida with the puck.
All right, here we go. Schmidt, I'm going to play this one up.
It's key shifts and time.
Gotta take a drink.
And you can't continually play the top guys so much.
This down around the corner, Ekman Larson trying to get this one out. Here they come on the move. A little pass across. Kemp couldn't control it. Dropping for Holmberg. Holmberg playing it down deep. Schmidt, though, is going to work this one up. Prediction 4-1 Panthers. We're close to the playoffs, and Toronto has to practice going one round. Yeah, Robert, listen, this is a tough Panther squad. Panthers are 7-4 in the second half of back-to-back games. Domi racing in. Domi going to come up, eats that loose puck up. Domi curling in front. Getting it over to Lawton. Lawton can't put it towards the net. Down low in the corner, there's Yarncroc. Yarncroc, he's working. Lawton going to steal. Gets it over to Domi. Domi out in front. And again, Yarncroc couldn't pull the trigger. Here comes Boquist the other way. He's going to flip this one down in the corner. Samoskevich going to get there first. He's going to cycle this one back around. Boquist behind the net. He's looking. He's going to take a sharp angle shot. That's blocked and goes nowhere. Toronto going to go high off the boards, getting it out to the neutral zone. But the Panthers dumping it right back in. Yeah, keep 6. He really does. Domi has been moving, and moving really, really well. Just flying. Let's go, boys. 1-0 Panthers. Toronto trying to strike back. Here comes Lundell. Sharp angle shot. That one's knocked down. Nyes comes away with the puck. He's going to go around behind the net to Benoit. Benoit up the boards. And look out. That's going to be intercepted. Marner couldn't control. Here's Lundell with a shot. Stolarz with the save. Rebound. And Stolarz is going to hang on to it. The Panthers continue to push. Toronto looking a little flat in this period. 7 shots now for Florida in this second period. Only 2 shots for the Maple Leafs. So not a good job here by Toronto. They got to get their shots moving. They got to get things working. But a nice save here by Stolarz. It'd be nice to see Stolarz get back in form. 16 wins this season, ties his career high. He has played more games this season. Both him and Wall have both started more games than they ever have in their careers. Remember, Stolarz was the backup to Bobrovsky previously. Wouldn't mind Florida or Tampa taking first place. That would give Canadian teams better odds. We got to get a Canadian team in there to win this year, keep 6. We got to get a Canadian team going to the finals. Here comes Toronto, pulling the puck loose. Matty Nyes with some nice hands. Going to flip it in the corner. Now uses those wheels to get in on it. Great forecheck. He's going to wrap up and take down the Panther player. Marner can't control, and that's all for naught as the Panthers forcing going to bring it out and send it down the ice. Stolarz had his hand up. No icing was called. Pulls one of these to the officials, and play goes on. Here's Matthews. Going to give it to Marner. 2-on-1. Matthews and Marner. Marner, shoot that. Oh, he went for the backhand, and that was stopped. Comes right to Matthews, though. Matthews coming back around. Matthews still with it. Little backhand down around behind the net. Bobby McMack on there. Can't get it. Lundell going to play it away from Marner, and this is dropping all the way down to Carlo in the Leaf zone. Florida Dallas in the final. You know, not necessary. I've seen a bunch of people predicting Dallas to go to the finals this year. Here comes Tavares breaking in. Little pass for McMahon. He couldn't control it. Over to Tavares again. Turnover. Reinhart going to bring this one out. 9 minutes to go. 9 minutes to go. Here's Reinhart. Down low. Trying to play it across. Florida still with it. Lundell. Lundell's trying to spin away from Carlo. Getting it over to Listerinen. Listerinen throwing it towards the net. That one is stopped. Toronto Nylander trying to pull it out from the boards. Can't do it. Riley puts it weakly behind the net. And that one's going to be turned over again. Come on, guys. You got to be stronger on the puck. Panthers dominating in offensive zone time right now. And here comes Nylander. He's going to bring this one out. Plays it ahead for McMahon. Drops it for Tavares. Tavares gets it taken away. To Nylander with a slap pass. They score! I'm not sure if this was Tavares or Nylander, but right as Beverly comes in, and I think this is going to be Tavares. We're going to wait and see. I got to see this replay. Beverly, thank you so much for the super chat. Beverly, the 5 spot, gets the goal right as Beverly dropped that in, and it's Tavares, our player of the game. Beverly brings the magic. Our player of the game, John Tavares, with the deflection in. And really, it's Beverly's super chat. Talk about buying a goal. Beverly throws down the 5 spot and says, "Hit me, JT," and bam, he ties it up just like that. Way to go, John Tavares. 1-1. We are all tied up, but here comes the Panthers right back at it. Mikola driving it towards the net. Fragment, what's going on? Welcome in. JT. JT has been crushing it this year. His 36th of the year. They're going to go to commercial break. Tavares from Nylander. Wow. Unbelievable. John Tavares with 36. He's 4 goals away from 40. 4 goals away from 40. Excuse me. That's right, Steve. That's right. No pressure. It has to be it. No pressure of wearing the C has done absolutely incredible things. Ron says, buy another one. Buy another one. That's so funny. What timing. What timing. Beverly, impeccable. There you go. You're home. Ravens home. Ravens home. Oh, that was so funny. I was running out of beer. Oh, it's so funny. John Tavares. I think JT not having the C's help. It has to be the case. It has to. I mean, listen, he was good last year, and he finished with 29 goals, right? Considering he missed a bunch of games and stuff. But at times, in the thick of the season, everyone was like, oh, JT's not just getting anything done. This year, no C, 36 goals, almost 40 goals. You know, and part of it is, you know, it's the hat. We switched hats. We switched hats and they scored. No, I'm just kidding. I think part of it for JT is it makes it really tough for him. You know, if he scores 40 goals, to turn around and say, well, yeah, I'll re-sign, but I'll re-sign for $6 million or $7 million. Ovi scored. Get out of town. Are you kidding me? And he sure does. Ovechkin hammers at 89 miles an hour. Oh, my goodness. 3 to go. Have they updated this already? Oh, my goodness. All right, they haven't updated this number yet. But 3 to go for Ovi. Wow. 9 goals, 14 points in his last 8 games for Tavares. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, they're coming back from break. JT ties it up. Ovechkin gets another one. Let's go. Here's a blast from the point. It's blocked in front. Stolarz is down. Tanev had it underneath them. And the Cats were trying to dig it out. They're going to send this one around. I hope JT resigned from the rumors. JT wants to finish his career with the Leafs, so he's willing to work with the Leafs. Yeah, that's what I've heard as well, Joshua. But I still think it's going to be like 6 or 7 million. I'm hearing like 3 years, which is still a heck of a deal for a 35, 40 goal scorer. But you want him to take an even friendlier deal because you need the money. Here come the Cats again. Samoskevich driving in, and a nice stop by Stolarz as he goes down, and he covers this one. Great rush and a great save. Holy smokes, he was really, really digging in. Let's refresh this. See if they've got it updated yet. No, they still haven't updated it yet. All right, we'll keep checking to see when they get it updated, but big goal by Ovechkin, but right here, Samoskevich almost came up with a goal, trying to wrap it around Stolarz. Oh, and he just got the post. So Stolarz was down and all spread out and just got the post. Alexander, watch the spamming. You don't have to spam so much. We appreciate your comments, but just spread them out. That's going to go up and out of play. 7:23 to go. 7:23. Holy smokes. 14 goals this year for Samoskevich, 4 game-winning goals. I mean, he's been a really solid player for the Panthers this year. All right, John, hope it goes well for you. No worries, Alexander. I know you're excited. I know you're excited. Toronto going to chip this one. They can't get it out. Right back in. Carlo behind the net. Going to pick this one up, coming around to the near side. Flips this one out. It's gloved down by Lundell. Lundell bringing it back. Going to play this all the way back as the Panthers look to regroup. Pass to Mikkola. He kind of botched it. Was able to get it. Now it comes down to Carlo. Carlo had trouble with it. Marner going to play this back, and it's pitched up to Toronto. A little breakaway pass for Matthews. He couldn't get there. Matthews gets the clear out pass, keeps it in, giving it up to Nyes. Nyes taking a look. Here comes a long pass. Free healthcare, yes, not necessary, but you'll wait forever to get anything done. Here comes Tavares. Tavares going to play this one around. Long pass up. Here comes Toronto again. Going to turn, and McMahon going to flip this one in the corner. He splits the D and goes in after it. Being watched by Jones. Trying to get it back over to Tavares. Tavares trying to swing it to Nylander. Kind of took Forsling down. He's back up, and he's going to move. The rumor is JT at 5 years at $7 million. 2 minute. Interesting. So I'd be okay with the 7, but counting at $5 million. 5 years is a long time. 5 years is a long time. Now listen, no disrespect to JT. I mean, JT's doing wonderful things. He's 34 years old. 34 years old. 5 brings him to 39. Ooh, I'm comfortable with 3 years. I don't think I could do 5. All right, 6 minutes to go. Tied up at 1. Off the draw, and this coming all the way down the ice. Bobrovsky going to set this one up here. Florida taking a look at the clock, getting things ready to go. Really old in hockey years, Dallas. And let's listen. Tavares is great, but he's not the lightest skater in the world. He's a heavy-footed guy. This in the corner. I hope so, Rick. I hope that's the case. I will give 3 years modified, no trade clause at 4.5. Yeah, cottaging. I would do that deal all year long. I don't think 4.5 gets it done though. Turning around, here's McCabe. Yeah, Dan, Ovechkin is 39, and outside of his shot, because he has a wicked shot, if you watch Ovechkin play, he can't skate. He coasts around, and he sits on that face-off dot, and the entire Capital team is trying to set him up. You know that pass is coming to him. So nothing against Ovechkin. He still has an incredible shot, but he can't skate the way he used to. He is not nearly the same player as he was. Carlo dumping this one down. He might get a couple of bursts of energy each game, but he does not carry the puck the way he used to. This around in front, nice play by Yarncroc. He's going to put this one across. On the move, Matthews going to flip this one down in the corner. John, apparently they're coming out later this month. How Yager is like 180. Yager, I think, is an exception. In the corner, here's a shot. Listerinen right on. Nice shot there. Back around behind the net. I'm tempted to order my flat screen from Wish. I want a larger one, but ooh, Raven, you got to be careful with Wish. I've heard some horror stories. Haven't ordered anything myself. Yeah, 53 years for Yager. This down, picked up by Forsling. Forsling taking a look, long pass up the middle, bringing this one in. Here comes Bennett, over to Reinhart, down low, to Bennett again, a shot, he puts that one just wide. Reinhart trying to come up with it. Bennett back to Reinhart again, he shoots. Solars is down, Bobby McMahon bringing it to the side of the net. Second is at a way slower pace than first. Yeah. McMahon going to flip this one down in the corner. Bobby McMahon going in here after it. 3:34 to go here in period number 2. We're all tied up. Tavares to Tanev. Tanev doesn't shoot. He's going to turn around in the corner, trying to put this one in here. Florida trying to get it out. Tavares going to steal again. Tavares, nice little hands there, down on his knees. To Tanev at the point. Here's a long shot by McCabe right on. And Bobrovsky going to cover this one up. Yeah, Dallas, I think you're right. I think he's kind of holding on. I think you'll see both he and Ovechkin retire after next season. All right, great game. But yeah, both of them have had 2 years left. So both of them after next year will be unrestricted free agents. Ovechkin will break the record, and I assume will finish out his contract and then retire. He may even retire after this year, should he do it. And then Crosby, I think, Dallas, you're right. He's waiting for those playoffs. He'll play out his contract, however Canada does in the Olympics, and then Crosby will probably call it done as well. Crosby's still a strong player. He's still playing very good hockey, but you know, you get the feeling, you know, by the time you start getting up to these guys, you know, in your late 30s, you want to decide when to call it quits. You don't want something to happen and be forced to leave the game. If they're invited, yeah, I bet you he is for sure. And they should be. I know it's a controversial opinion, but I think at this point, they should be for sure. Same with the World Juniors. Stellars needs this win to prove that they lost to you guy to Toronto, and Toronto's going to prove. Yeah, Steve, I agree. This is a huge game for Stellars, a huge game, and it really, you know, they got to show. He's got to show, and he wants to. Same with Lawrence. Lawrence wants to have a good job as well. Crosby has an above ground. Man, I miss above ground pools. Those were the best back in the day. That's really funny though. Okay, they're coming back from commercial break. Let's go. 1-1, 3:14 to go here in period number 2. Welcome in everybody as you are joining. Remember to hit that thumbs up. Remember to hit that subscribe or follow button. And thank you for tuning in. We're going to be here down the stretch and all throughout the playoffs. We will have lots of game coverage for you. So why not hit that subscribe? Here come the Panthers driving it in. That one goes just wide. Like to see Ovi tie Gretz and retire with respect. Retire at the tie. That would be awesome. Matthews going to put this one down around in the corner. Marner, tried to chip that in front. He can't. Samoskevich bringing it right back into the Leaf zone. Turning around. Leafs have been very flat in this period for the most part. Jared, what's going on, buddy? Go Panthers and our baseball teams. There you go. I think they should have started Wall. They know still. Interesting, CNL. Interesting. You know, that's a good thought. Yeah, I mean, they're right now trying to just rotate through. Bobrovsky, since Feb 1, is at 181 goals against, which leads the NHL since February 1. He's getting hot. But yeah, I don't disagree that maybe Wall should have got the call. Should have got the start. All right, face off at center ice, 2:33 to go. 21-16 are the shots on net now. 14 shots for Florida in this period, only 5 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Jared, I'm going with my old school Alan McCauley, shirt. It's been a pretty lucky shirt, so I had to wear it here tonight. Playing this down to Marchand. Marchand trying to put it out in front. Here's Verhaeghe with a shot right on. Bennett trying to follow it up. Florida hasn't had a good season until they had each year. Oh, baseball. Gotta love baseball. Here comes Florida on the move back into the Maple Leaf zone. Under 2 minutes to go. Only 5 shots this period for Toronto. That is not good enough. But yet they find themselves all tied up. Tanev going to send this down. Didn't Berube made a comment that he was sure how the goaltending would be for the playoffs? I think so, Sachem. I think so. But both these goaltenders want to make their case. Who's going to be the starter? Coming a little wraparound in front. Stellar is going to track that and hang on to it. Ovi may retire if he... So I think so, Dan. I mean, he does have 1 year left to go. And, you know, they're obviously in a playoff spot, and they've had a really good year. So if they have a very good run in the playoffs, and Washington, we'll take a look at the Washington roster at the intermission. You know, if they can keep this team for the most part, and maybe there's another chance to do it, maybe he plays out that contract. But if he doesn't retire this year, he'll do it next year for sure. Off the draw, back to the line. Here's a blast right off the draw. That one sails behind the net. Carlo trying to dig this one out, and they can't. Panthers back to the line again. It hops out. 1:13 to go. Cats dumping in. Stellar's going to set it up for Carlo behind the net. Carlo taking a look. Leafs going to move this up to the blue line. Long pass up to Holmberg. Holmberg going to play this one in the corner. Bobrovsky out to move it. Last minute. Domi going to take a bump, but he's coming in on the forecheck. Yarncroc coming in as well. Lawton driving in. Nobody can get the puck. Here comes Listerine. He's going to carry it in. A little shovel pass to Lundell. He shoots. Stolarz putting it off the blocker. Reinhardt sending this one down in the corner. Very quiet on the penalty front. Not much going on there. Here's a long pass. Mikola. He throws it towards the net. It's tipped just wide. Reinhardt bringing it back in front. Now it's knocked into the corner. Reinhardt back to Mikola at the point. He's going to send this one down low to Lundell. Lundell over in front. Reinhardt back to Mikola. Far side. We got a glove down. Here's a shot. I thought someone was going to scrap. I saw that glove hit the ground. I got excited. Toronto finally bringing it out and all the way down the ice. Love the Maple Leaf Gardens crest on the jersey. Oh, thank you. It is one of my favorite crests of all time. Always memories and dreams. Memories and dreams. Always the best. Lucas, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing all right. Ovi does have a goal. Ovi does have a goal here tonight. Might be cool if Ovi won the Stanley Cup. Nah. Nah. That's going to do it. They've come to an end. Period is over. Let's go to the intermission. All right, there we go. Boom, bring this all the way up. 1-1 is the tie. Your goal scorers, Forsling, his 10th from Reinhardt and Bennett. John Tavares, his 36 from William Nylander. 23 shots for the Panther. Hey, Monty, how's it going? Welcome in. Gretzky is still the great one and still has more points than anyone. Just his, yes, he will always be. All right, Joshua, take it easy. Enjoy. So 23 shots for the Panthers, 16 for the Maple Leafs. 30 hits for Florida. Toronto only with 17. Face-offs are now 50-50, 13 apiece. Both teams 0 for 1 with the power play, so not much doing there. 17 giveaways for Florida, 8 for Toronto. How do you have 17 giveaways and Toronto not able to capitalize? Just not able to do so. 2 takeaways for Toronto, none for Florida, and 10 block shots for Toronto, 4 block shots for Florida. So that's crazy. All right, there's a couple of things we wanted to talk about. Strufen, who has an uncle and was staff when the Caps won. Oh, Ben, that is very cool. Hey, Raymond, how's it going? Welcome in. Ovi has won the Cup before. That is correct. He has won the Cup before. Roger, nice. Yeah, it's back and forth, right? Back and forth action. Always exciting. It's 3-3 Minnesota and New York Rangers. Hang on a second. Let me refresh this because that is not correct. 4-3 New York Rangers over Minnesota. 4-1 Carolina over Washington. So let's talk. There was a couple of things we wanted to look at. Ovi deserves to retire. He put his time in. Yeah, absolutely. Cool guy. What's going on? Looking like a 2-1. Yeah, I kind of had 3-2. 3-2 was my prediction, but it very easily could be 2-1. Let's go over to Washington. We'll come back to Toronto in a minute. Since we're talking about the Caps, let's go over to Washington because we wanted to say, like, what could their team look like next year? So if we break it down, they actually have quite a number of unrestricted free agents. Goalies are locked up. That's not a problem. Alexander Alexiev is restricted, so that's no problem. So it all comes down to their forwards. Andrew Magniapane is a UFA, so he's currently making 5.8. They acquired him through trade, so he is an unrestricted free agent. He currently is getting about 5.5% of the cap. When we take a look, Lars Eller has been a cap for a while, if I recall. He's making 2.5. He's a UFA. Then a lot of the young guns are UFAs. Nick Dowd, Anthony Bouvier, Taylor Radish. So depending on what Washington does, this could be a very different team next year. So Ovechkin contract is up after the 25-26 season. So I think it's fair to say at 39 years of age, listen, he doesn't need the money at this point. He plays this year. Should he do it? Should he do it this year? And they have a solid playoff run. Maybe there's an argument to be But again, at 39, he may just say, listen, I'm not the same player he used to be. He recognizes it. He takes the W and he goes out on top. What a better way to end your career than breaking one of the greatest records of all time, becoming the most proficient goal scorer of all time, and then hanging him up. I think that's a heck of a way to go out instead of breaking the record, doing all the ceremonies and celebrations. I'm sure they'll make a big deal about it at the NHL award dinner. It's going to be the talk of the town, and then come back next year and have a mediocre last season, right? I don't think you want to risk it. I think it might be Ovi's time to hang it up, especially with, you know, a bunch of UFAs. This team could look very different on the forward side next year. We forgot about, geez Louise, big thunder outside. We look at Nick Backstrom and TJ Oshie. They're on long-term IR. Their salaries come off the injured reserve cap hit after this year, so they're both technically free agents. Oscar, what's going on? Dropping a hundo on Toronto. We'll see if they can pull it out for you. 1-1, I'm surprised. One record that's going to be hard to beat is 92 goals in a season. Monty, you crazy. I mean, those were times, remember, we were getting 50 goals in 50 games, right? Remember those? So good. When Brett Hull did it, Gretzky, Lemieux, all these amazing players, 50 goals in 50 games. I mean, that's something I don't know if we'll ever see again. Guys are lucky if they get 50 goals in a season now. So it's just wild. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna see 92. What's Sam's share? That's right, Raymond's Raymond's sticking up for me. Oh, that's really funny. That's really funny. Yeah, Oscar, I hope you're doing all right. I hope you're doing well. I love the Leafs Forever logo in your user there. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, that's the story with the Capitals. Let's go back. Let's talk about the Leafs, because one of the things we started to talk about before the last period came to an end was Matthew Knies. So we were kind of talking throughout about John Tavares and what his contract might look like, number of years, so on and so forth. The bigger question is, what happens with Matthew Knies? Now, Matthew Knies is an RFA, restricted free agent, which means other teams can offer him an offer sheet. So they could say, Matthew Knies, we are giving you this offer sheet. We want to sign you for, X number of years at X dollars. And then Toronto has a certain amount of time to either match it or say no. If they do not come to terms and say they'll match it, then Matthew Knies will go to that team and Toronto will get a bunch of draft picks in return. We almost saw this happen with Joe Sakic. If you have, was it Amazon Prime? I think it's on Prime. It's about 40 minutes or so, I believe. It's called Saving Sakic. And it's the story of Joe Sakic about Colorado and how Joe Sakic was offered an offer sheet. How the other teams knew that Colorado had no money, that they couldn't really afford him, and they gave him an offer sheet, and Colorado had to make some moves and get some cash to actually sign Sakic. So very interesting story. Could we see something like that come up with Matthew Knies? So really, really interesting. So it was the New York Rangers. So the story was Joe Sakic. There's an executive that worked for Colorado that went to the Rangers that knew that Colorado did not have money, and the Rangers signed an offer sheet in '97 for Joe Sakic, and he almost became a New York Ranger. So it would have been absolutely wild. I wouldn't say it's a great movie. It's an interesting movie. Certainly think it's worth giving a watch. He played for the Oilers in the '90s. That's cool. All right, let's Leafs need to find the courage. That they do. Favorite player from Toronto back in the day, Gilmore, absolutely. It's not easy to see all early heroes of hockey players. Yeah, you know what, Roger? That's a great point. I was thinking about this the other day. As we start aging and going on, a lot of the generations before us, the players we watched are running into medical issues and whatnot, and it's sad. It is very, very interesting to say. I thank you for raising that, because that is something I actually thought about or was thinking about the other day. Vi, what's going on? Didn't take the under on this one, Sam. Got to watch a different. That's okay, Vi. That's okay. You got to do what you got to do, buddy. Just tell me, Vi. I hope it's not another Leaf stream. I hope it's not another Leaf stream. But no worries. Happy that you came in and checked in with us. All right, so let's go. Let's talk about Matthew Nyes. So Matthew Nyes, Matthew Nyes, he very well could receive some offer sheets, and they could be in the upwards of $8 or $9 million, $8 or $9 million. I hope your Panthers win. Oh, I'm going for the Leafs tonight, Vi. I'm going for the Leafs tonight, my friend. Leafs #1. Leafs over Panthers. They are my top team. So if that happens, if somebody gives an offer sheet to Nyes for $8 or $9 million, the Leafs have to find a way of matching that. Now, if they're gonna pay John Tavares what he wants, and they're gonna find a way to pay Mitch Marner, I don't know how they can afford to pay Matthew Nyes. Now, is Matthew Nyes worth that much money today? No, I don't think he is personally. But when you're talking several years from now, I think he very well could be. 6'3", 220 pounds, a little under. He's a true power forward. We haven't seen a true power forward like a Todd Bertuzzi back in the day. Somebody who can skate. He's got wheels. He's got hands. He's got grit and physicality. What a difference he makes standing in front of the net. I think, you got to find a way, if that happens, to match. Or you just come out of the gate and you re-sign Nyes before there's an opportunity for an offer sheet to come in. But listen, these guys, these agents aren't dumb. They know what's coming. And so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with the Nyes saga. If you're a GM and not banking cap space for McDavid in 26-27, you're not good at doing your job. Scott, that is a good point as well. Raise beer prices to re-sign JT. Can they raise them anymore? That's a great point. 25, 26, McDavid available. That's something you got to look at, right? And now, hang on, let me check something here, because I don't think the Oilers are going to be able to afford him. So 26, 27 is the year he's a UFA. 26, 27. So right now, obviously, Matthews and Nylander are signed up. Domi, David Kempf, those are our only 4 forwards signed up through 26, 27. That's it. But it is half of our salary, right? Half of our salary in Matthews, Nylander, Domi, and Kempf today. The salary cap is obviously going up. We got our full defensive core that we have today. They're all signed up through 26, 27. Joseph Wall is signed through 26, 27. A deal would have to be made with Stolarz. So from the forward standpoint, that is where things get interesting, because we have a lot of players to sign. And if you were legitimately, as Tree Living, thinking about, hey, I just need to wait 2 more years to pick up Connor McDavid. Hey, Beatriz, welcome in. Then that has to factor into your Mitch Marner thought process. If you're saying, hey, I'm not going to sign Marner, I'm going to let Marner walk because in 2 years I'm signing Connor McDavid. So it hurts you for 25, 26. It hurts you next season. And then you bring Connor McDavid in the year after that. I'm all for that. It's a big gamble, right? It's a big gamble, because let's just say for argument's sake, you say, you know what, Mitch Marner, thank you for your services. We appreciate you. good luck in your career. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. And you go in and you sign, you know, some cheaper player, or you bring in somebody on a 1 year, 2 year deal. It's not going to fill the total void, but it gives you more money to spread around. What happens in that case if all of a sudden Connor McDavid signs an extension and stays in Edmonton? Again, I don't think Edmonton would have the money with what they're paying Draisaitl, and they're going to need to pay Bouchard and some other guys. I don't think they're going to have enough to make it all work. Trolley, what's going on? Welcome in. Better to give Marner a 1 year or trade him for something. Yeah, Marner won't take a 1 year. He won't take a 1 year. So that, you know, it's an interesting gamble, and you know, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Now, it could totally blow up in your face because we've seen these things happen before. Guys like McDavid don't hit the market every day. But if the Oilers don't have a good run this year and next year things are looking really shaky, oh boy, would that get real interesting. Toronto Maple Leaf fan, welcome in. Let's go, Leafs. Hopefully they can turn this one around. Had an Opeachy, Nordiques, Joe Sakic rookie year. Nice. Oh, I love the old Sakic card. The old Opeachy cards are beauties. Habs to pay the refs. That's funny. Oilers will never let McDavid go. So, excuse me. How? I don't know how they keep him, right? Draisaitl getting $14 million. Now, again, the cap is going up. Draisaitl at $14 million. You got Zach Hyman, a steal at 5.5. Nugent Hopkins at $5 million. Victor Arvidsson another year at $4 million. Okay, you're probably not going to re-sign Jeff Skinner. If you do, it'll be a short-term thing. He's not a lot of money. You have your young kids, your young guys, Trent Frederick, Kasperi Kapanen, Connor Brown, those guys all coming up as UFAs. So they're going to have to fill those gaps. You have Darnell Nurse, who's making his $9 million. You have Evan Bouchard, who's a restricted free agent. I think he's going to get a big increase. I think Evan Bouchard is going to get a huge increase. He's 6'3", again, 192 pounds. You know, he is a stud. A lot of people not a huge fan of his. I am a big fan of his. 60 points. He had 82 points in 23-24. He's got 60 points this year. He plays 23 minutes a night. In the playoffs for the Oilers, I mean, he was wild. He had 32 points in 25 games last year for the Oilers. 6 goals and 26 assists. He was a plus 14. He played 25 minutes a night. I mean, he is an absolute stud. So he's going to get paid, and he's another guy that if the Oilers aren't careful, they could lose to an offer sheet. So they're going to pay Bouchard. They need to do something in goaltending, right? The Oilers' goaltending is a significant problem. Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard are not going to cut it. Both of them are unrestricted free agents after 25-26. So that same year of McDavid in 26-27. So they need to invest in goaltending. That has to be a priority for the Oilers. Nugent Hopkins is a UFA that same year. So it's going to be very interesting to see what the Oilers can do. I agree. They have to find a way to sign McDavid. But stranger things can happen, and that would be real interesting. Real interesting. Hey, user, welcome, and you can talk to me. I appreciate you coming in and hanging out. All right, we're getting ready for period number 3. This one is all tied up. 1 goal apiece. And we are going into the final frame. This is what it's all about. Let's go. Let's get things rocking and rolling. Welcome back in. Hope everyone got their snacks, got their beverages. If you are putting us on the television, take your phone, shoot that QR code. That'll take you right to our page so you can come in and hit that subscribe. Off the draw, Matthews going to lose this one. Florida going to get first puck. They turn it over. Matthews going to hammer this one right in. Bobrovsky out. Going to play it around the boards. Toronto Cutting it off. Good job there by Matthews. And Florida this time flipping it up, and it's going to come all the way down the ice. McCabe is going to play this one across. Oh my goodness, NHL. He was just in here moments ago. Oh my goodness, please pass along our well wishes. Oh my goodness, he was just in here talking with us. We hope he's doing okay. So Toronto was there. Tavares with a chance, but it goes up 30 seconds in. Toronto already looks better than they did in the second period. How about that Lane Hudson? Oh, Jim, he is looking really good. He's dancing around like crazy. Off the draw, Toronto trying to keep it in, but the Panthers get it. They're going to move this one out. Connor McDavid never had what it takes to be a varsity athlete. Bringing this one back. Long pass. Up and down, dumped in the zone. McMahon chasing in here after it. Still, Bobrovsky playing it around behind the net. Riley keeping this one in. Schmidt at the goal line. In the corner going to play this. Marchand turning it over. Tavares coming in. He shoots. And a nice save there as Marchand had the stick all over Tavares. Enough of a distraction. Wow. Good job, Riley, keeping this one in. And the Maple Leafs, Marchand just turning it over. And Marchand was all over Tavares. All over him. Toronto, we're glad you're still here with us. So let's go, Leafs. Let's go. Let's pick it up. Let's get this moving. Off the draw in the corner. Cycling it around behind the net, trying to pull this one out in front. Comes to the line, and Florida on the move. Panthers going to bring this one out down the ice. Coming back around. Right on, and Stellars has to be careful. He's going to hang on to it. Oh, my goodness. Really, really close chances at both sides of the ice. Pass, shoot, score. It's all about it. It's all about it.
Because that was one of those shots that Stolar's just sort of talking to himself after.
18:37 to go. All right, Oscar, we'll see you later.
That one almost fooled him a little bit.
Off the draw, back to the line. Panthers with it. Panthers going to play it down deep. Toronto trying to intercept. They can't. Panthers back to the point. They hold it. Now the Leafs going to bring this one out. That was close. That was close. Domi going to pass this one up to Yarncroc. Yarncroc, long shot. That one's blocked and taken away. Evan Rodriguez going to back this one all the way up. Rodriguez leaving it here behind the net. Panthers regrouping. Just about 2 minutes gone here in the first period. Here comes Florida. Florida on the move. Long cross-ice pass. Toronto going to intercept. Nylander up over the line. Willie dropping it. Toronto shooting. That one goes high and wide. Fred, what's going on? Welcome in. Lawrence putting that one at 85 miles an hour, just over. This coming back through. Holmberg with it. Holmberg driving. Holmberg getting bumped off the puck. Lawrence is back in there as well. He's going to drive. He's going to fall, setting it back out. McCabe to the line. Nylander, nice move. Shoot that. He does. And that goes wide. Tanev picking it up in the corner. He's getting it over to Holmberg. And this coming to the line as the Panthers going to move this one out. Here comes Nyes. Nyes in the corner. He's going to take a bump. Marner in there as well. This back looks like the Leafs have given up. They're playing okay, but Florida is just all over them right now. Panthers doing a great job. That's going to be an icing call against Florida, so this is coming all the way back. Hey, Paul. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the party. This has been a back-and-forth game. Tavares has the goal for Toronto. Forsling, the goal for the Panthers. 3 minutes gone here in this first period. Again, thanks everybody for watching on all the different platforms tonight. Yeah, Toronto, I hope so too. Matthews on the draw. Well, I didn't hear who that was. Somebody is not returning with an upper body injury. I did not hear who that was. Matthews behind is digging free. Good try there by Matthews. In the corner, he's going to take his man down, takes Lundell down, cycling it around. Trying to come through Matthews again. Over to Nyes. Nyes sending this to the line. Here's a shot, deflection. And that's going to get stopped and hung on to. Let me take a look here. See if I can pull this up real quickly. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. Nope. One moment. So David Kempf. David Kempf will not return tonight with an upper body injury. So David Kempf is out. Leafs back in their own zone up to Nylander. Nylander spinning around, wheeling and dealing, trying to get away from Marchand. Boots the pass. Bennett intercepts. He tries to hit Marchand. He can't. McCabe with it. He's going to turn this one over. How many turnovers in one zone? Now Nylander strips it away. Here comes Bobby McMahon. Bobby McMahon with speed, cutting in. Jones with a nice play on McMahon. Just couldn't get all of them. Bobby Mack, great speed there. The Big Mac attack trying to break through. Bobby dropping it for Tavares. Tavares coming in. JT. He's going to spin around in the corner. Tavares playing this one to McMahon. McMahon going to cycle this one down low. Jason, how's it going? Welcome in. And this is cleared all the way down the ice. Stolar is out to stop it and set this one up. Here comes McCabe. You just had Mega. There you go. Yarncrow coming in. He's going to drop this for Lawton. Lawton sends it towards the net. That one is stopped with ease. Lawton has not been overly effective tonight. We need to get this one going. Need to get this one going. 4 shots for Toronto in this period. Toronto had 5 shots in that second period. Florida had 16. Florida spinning around. The second period usually is Toronto's period. Panthers did play last night. They're still full of energy. Rodriguez back up top to the line. Here's a blast. Stolar is going to make the save and hang on to it. A little bit of pushing and shoving in front of the net. And that's going to end real quickly. We hope David Kempf is okay. Being knocked out with an injury. So if Kempf is not able to return, that means Nick Robertson will probably suit back in on Saturday night. But these Panther lines have been super dangerous. That's right, Jason. Come on, Willie. Come on, Max. Come on, Willie. Time to get something going. Offensive zone time percentage is actually very close. 9:08 for the Panthers. Toronto is up to 9:25. So spending a lot of time in the Florida end of the ice. Offensive zone time is very even, which is great to see. Tanev carrying it in front of his own net. That was very, very close. Thought man hammering a coin as the payment must have been a quarter pounder. Oh, Ulysses, there you go. Panthers putting this across. Long shot, knocked down. They're looking for the puck. It's there. Loose puck is picked up. Tanev going to play this one up. Toronto trying to get around the Florida player. Can't do it. Marner trying to be a little cute there. Panthers bringing this one back. Jones going to play this across. Panthers going to start to wind up in their own zone. Here they come, playing this one all the way down the ice, down in the corner. Little bump there. Domi going in after it. Domi comes away with it. Holmberg missed it. Little flip pass out into the neutral zone. Benoit back with it. Benny going to put this one over. Toronto regrouping. 13:50 to go. 13:50 to go. That's going to go out of play as we're tied here. 1-1 is the score. They're going to take a commercial break as Florida, Reinhart coming close, almost knocking that off Tanev's stick right into the net. Very, very, very close moments. If you're just coming in and joining us, make sure you still hit that like button, that thumbs up. We appreciate it. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, but you've been coming out and hanging out with us for a while, hit that subscribe. It helps us out, and that will allow you to always see when we're going live if you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Our videos will show up on your homepage as well to make it a lot easier to find our stuff. So we certainly appreciate it. I'm so looking forward to the next couple of weeks. I can't wait for playoffs to get cooking. Playoff hockey is the best hockey all year round. So we hope David Kempf is all right. I mean, I got to go back and find that play to see what happened to him that injured him enough not to return. Didn't look like we saw anything major. So I wonder if he just turned the wrong way, a little kink in the back, a little something, but hopefully he's doing all right. All right, let's close our poll here with half the period to go. Let's close out our poll and see how everybody is voting here today. So this is going to pop up. Let's see. There it is. 72% taking Toronto to win this game. 72% taking the Maple Leafs. 27% going with the Panthers. I have some good news. Cottaging is back up, but has to go through surgery. Oh, goodness. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate the updates. I really, really do. So our thoughts and prayers are with him, and of course everybody who's there with him. So thank you for keeping us up to date. I really appreciate that. Holy smokes! All right, they're coming back from commercial break. We talked off the beginning about this potentially being a goaltender battle, and that is exactly what we're seeing here today. It is wild. Who does Toronto play in the first round? Jason, right now it is up for grabs. It could be Ottawa, it could be Montreal, it could be Florida, it could be Tampa. It's all over the boards. Here comes Nylander. Nylander on the move. They need a win to stay in first tonight. Nylander dekes out his man going cross ice with the pass. That is broken up, and here comes Florida back the other way. Verhaeghe, he gets taken down by Nylander. Bennett going in the corner. Bennett is going to spin around. Cutting through the middle, that's going to go just wide. Reinhart going to spin around, or Verhaeghe, spinning around. Tavares tried to intercept. Puck comes to Marchand, putting this down to the corner. Down low, playing it around. Marchand is covering at the point. It comes to Bobby McMahon. Bobby Mack trying to go wide around his man. Now he's going to stop. Spinning around. Bobby going to slide this into the corner. Over for Riley. Riley going to chip this. Hey, Patricia, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, good night. It's the best time of year for sports. Toronto playing this one all the way back. Long pass up. Marner going to tip this one in. Too far for Nyes. Bobrovsky is going to fall on it and hang on to it. With 12:40 to go, we're going to get a face-off in the Panther zone. Montreal sleeper team. Yeah, Rick, it'll be so interesting to see what Montreal does in this playoff run. It really, really will. And at some point, will Toronto and Montreal come head-to-head? Oh, my goodness. It will be wild. Really exciting. Off the draw again. Seth Jones sending this all the way down the ice. That's going to be an icing call. So they're going to bring this all the way back down and do this again. Again, thank you everybody who's watching on the talk. If you're watching on the tubes or watching on the Twitch, thank you so much. Wherever you're watching, make sure to hit that follow. We do have a Facebook group. We are on all social media, so if you want to check us out, just search SamWelB12, SAMWELB12. Florida pulling ahead in the face-off circle. Usually that's Toronto's strong point. Not tonight. They are falling behind. Here's a shot right on. Stolarz going to steer that to the corner. Toronto's only at 44% right now in the face-off circle. Leafs going to work this through. Here comes Nyes. Nyes on the move. Nyes going to deke around Forsling, trying to race down. Forsling going to stall him up a little bit. Nyes in there. Jones up on him, but Jones able to take it away. Forsling going to move this. St. Louis Blues are going to be a handful. Yeah, Paul, they are working it up. Come on, Ovechkin scored again? Seriously? Randy, what's going on? Happy April Fool's passed. That's funny. Did he really score again? He's only got one goal tonight. One goal tonight for Ovechkin. This down in the corner. Here come the Panthers. Rodriguez, a toe drag, shoots. Knocked down in front. Stolarz guarding the bottom of the net. Guarding the gate. He's guarding the gate. Here comes the Panthers. Back to the line. Across. Schmidt misfires. That off the heel of his stick in the corner. Samoskevich going around behind. They try and play it in front. Deflected into the corner. Toronto trying to work this one out. Lawton trying to dig it free. Tanev in there as well. Come on, Leafs. This is going to be sent all the way down. You know what we need? We got to get our wave going. We got to get this mojo up. Let's count it down. Find those wave emojis. Here comes Florida shooting. That's blocked. Florida at the side of the net, spinning around. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Hey, get those hands up. Get those hands up. Here comes Matthews. Matthews going to throw this one up the middle. Panthers bringing it right back in. Everybody needs to wake up. Matthews can't get it out. This cycling around. Here come the hands. Love it. Around the corner. Cycling around Greery in here. Matthews up on him. Holmberg going to get this one free. Matthews can't get off the ice. Now he plays it back, and he's going to go off. The Panthers are coming in. Right in. Stolarz, the pad is down. I think they jammed this one in. The ref says no. The ref says wait. Stolarz went down. I saw it go under his pad, but I thought Greer might have tucked that around underneath him. There it is. The wave hands are moving. Jace Conant, Marchand to Benny. It's so weird that those two are playing together. It's so bizarre. This was a great move. Stolarz just got that toe on it. Just able to make a very, very strong save there. And I thought as he swept the leg closed, he dragged it in. 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go. Down in the corner. This coming back around. Oh, there's a high stick. Marchand throwing his head up and going down. But I think it was friendly fire. Here's Tavares coming in. He can't take it away. Now they're Nylander. Little pass up to Marchand. He's going to play it to Mikola across. And that shot by Verhaeghe goes just wide. This coming around back the other way. The wave is still going. Hey! Here's Nylander. Putting it up. Breakaway. McMahon. Oh, what a save. Bobrovsky off the stick of Bobby McMahon. Oh, what a shot and what a save. Bobby McMahon. This coming around back to the line. This being held in. Great chance there by Bobby McMahon. Tanev going down low, walking out of the corner, shooting. Matthews with a chance. In front, they score! Mitch Marner! Mitch Marner is going to put this one home. Holy smokes. Mitchell absolutely buries it. Wow. That was huge. Huge. What a shot. Good playing. Matthews with the initial shot. The rebound comes to right back to Matthews. He plays it to Marner, and Marner buries it. What a nice goal. What a nice goal. Way to go, Mitchie. A 6-game point streak. 3 goals and 9 points. 2-1 Maple Leafs. That was what the doctor ordered. That was huge. That's right, Chris. Chris showing some love for number 16. Battling in the corner. Marner digging out of the corner. Look at that. Marner now in the corner. Going to play this ahead, and Nyes gets held up there. Where's the interference call? Marner is 24th of the year from Matthews and Nyes. Trying to get closer and closer to that 100-point marker. Rough start to start. Yeah, I think you're right, Jim. Now we got to hold. We still got to keep our foot on the gas, though. Still got to go. Long pass up the middle, playing this one back. Here comes Benoit. He's going to throw this one down in the corner. Time. That's right. Everyone's got to step up. Everyone's got to play their role. Toronto 2-1 with that lead right now. 8 minutes to go here in the third period. In over the line of the Panthers. Cross ice. Samoskevich puts it just wide. Just wide. Holy smokes. This coming back around. Florida on the attack. They're putting it right back in the Leaf zone. Here's Rodriguez's shot. That's deflected up. And we get a stoppage. 7:45 to go. I'm surprised Marchand's career hasn't ended yet. He's usually a target. Yeah, Ben, but he's somehow continuing it, somehow playing it along, and he's behaving himself. He hasn't been cheap shotting. He hasn't been overly dirty. Holy smokes. Great goal there moments ago by Mitch Marner, his 24th of the year. That's amazing. Marner continues to have a good one. That will be 92 points now for Marner. Marner trying to get to that 100-point marker. He's got one tonight, so it's 92. He needs 8 more points. 8 more points in 8 more games. Can he do it? Can he go a point a game? Numi's terrified. Numi's on edge. Holy smokes. Yeah, Rick, he was right there. He had it. He had it right there. I like Samoskevich a lot, though. I like Samoskevich a lot. He's a good player. He impresses me more and more the way I watch him. There you go. Toronto's parents are happy. Happy that they're getting closer. Roger, what's going on? Oh, the Rangers won. The Rangers pulled it out, did they? So the Rangers, they win, well, 5-4. So the Rangers are going to win it 5-4 and take that one home, a win over Minnesota. Well, 5.5 left to go in Carolina. It's 5-1 Carolina. So some big scores on the board. This is the small one here tonight. And this game has been electric. Absolutely incredible. If you're just coming in, welcome in. Thanks for joining us here tonight. We appreciate it. This has been so crazy. No scoring in the first period. Each team exchanging goals in the second. And it's Mitch Marner here moments ago from Austin Matthews. By the way, it's Austin Matthews' 40th assist of the year. So now we got to hold. Toronto, you have to keep your foot on the gas. You know Florida's going to come. You got to keep pressure. You got to keep pressing. Off the draw, Carlo going to play this one up off the boards. Bobby McMahon trying to steal. He can't do it. It's turned around. Here comes Florida. Breaking in. Boquist stopping. Throwing it across. They shoot. Great save by Stolarz. McCullough was there. Stolarz is lights out. Great save. Wow. That was incredible. Florida right off the draw came in. They were digging. Stolarz comes across and gobbles that one up. Holy smokes. Mikola with a chance. He got a piece of the blocker to knock it down into his pads, and then he just smothered that right up. Yeah, those pesky Rangers, they just won't go away. Montreal's going to have to keep on winning. Off the draw, Toronto going to flip this one up and down the ice. Not far enough for icing. Don't have to worry about it. Going to play this around. Look out, loose puck. Lorentz tried to jump on that one. Adrian, what's going on? He has been. It's nice to see him getting back to some good form. This down in the corner. Tanev getting run into the boards there. Takes Verhaeghe down. Back to the line for Forsling. A big shot. That one is blocked. 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go. Toronto with the puck. Tanev taking a look. Going to flip this one up. Holmberg looking for it. Didn't quite get to him. It's picked up in the neutral zone by Lorentz. He's going to flip it to the line. Bennett knocks it down. They're going to go change. Go Leafs, go. I'm going to go hang out. All right, buddy. Chris, send him my regards, please. Here comes Florida. Bringing it in. Toronto's going to intercept. They're moving it around. Here's Riley. Riley, cross ice. Tipped it in. Domi going in the corner after it. Domi's been skating hard today. Putting it over to Yarncroc. Yarncroc as well been really moving. Lawton going to steal. Lawton going to throw this cross ice pass. Lawton, I hate to say it, has been almost invisible here tonight. Cross ice, Lundell bringing it in over the line. Panthers regrouping, long shot. That's going to go up and at a play with 6:12 to go. 6:12 to go. Afzal, what's going on this one time? I want the Leafs to win against the Florida. Just one. After so much pain and crazy stuff, they score in overtime. Ah, Roger, it happens. It happens. Noah, what's going on? Yeah, I just heard Rangers winning it in overtime. Unbelievable. Guys are still in it, Noah. You still have a chance. Off the draw, Benoit going to come away with it. He's going to carry this one up. Long pass, trying to chip it in. Couldn't do it. McMahon was down. Nylander missed the cross ice. Ekman Larson is there. Going to play it to the red line. Nylander playing it back. Little pitch up to McMahon, who dumps it in. Nylander going in the corner. Little bump. Going to get it over to Nosen. Tavares on him. 91 watching 92. This around in the corner. Knocked down by Tavares. McMahon to Tavares. JT making a little move. He gets pinched up on by Balzinkas. Putting it out in front. Bobby McMahon just missed that one. Florida back the other way. Going to carry this one up is Godojevic. He's going to flip this one down in the corner. Racing it after it. And Ekman Larson going to take him heavily into the boards. Digging for it. It's going to come to Rodriguez. Rodriguez turns it over to Tavares. JT, nifty little stick work. Going to bring it to the red line. He's going to shoot this one in as this second line is going to go change it up. Here comes the top line. Nye's in there first. He's going to cut around. Here comes Matthews. Long pass. Panthers through the neutral zone into the Leaf zone. Cut off there at the blue line. Nice job by McCabe. McCabe going to set it up behind his own net. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes to go. Long pass to Nyes for a breakaway. Nyes, backhand, he scores! Matthew Nyes on a breakaway. Fights off the defender and puts this one home. Matthew Nyes, what a goal. Uh-oh, and McCabe and the linesman, both of them are down on one knee. McCabe and the linesman ran into each other pretty hard. So they're both up. The trainer came out to look at the linesman and look at McCabe. So interesting year there. Now, what a year for Nyes. Absolutely, Monty. What a year. David, what's going on? So a long pass. Schmidt missed it. Nyes got it. Nyes had to fight off McCullough, who was all over him from behind. Heads up play by Mitch Marner. What a pass. And a great move by Nyes. Just beat Bobrovsky. Hey, Laurie, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. What a goal. I mean, that was unbelievable. Matthew Nyes, his 26th of the year. Another point for Marner. Another point for Marner. That's 93. Puts him 7 away. Nyes, 26 goals. From Marner, his career best, 69 assists. And Jake McCabe. 18-2-2 this season when Nyes scores. So that's a pretty good stat there. This coming all the way back down to the Leaf zone. Toronto, Marner going to send this one across. Nyes back with it again. He's going to go off the boards. Matthews trying to pick it out of the air. He did temporarily. Comes to Nyes. Nyes going to walk through the center ice area. Dump this one down in the corner. Now he's coming in after it. Nyes wants more. He's battling two Panthers. Finally, they send it around the other side of the ice. 4:15 to go. 4:15 to go. Toronto with a 3-1 lead. This coming all the way down. It's stopped here by Morgan Riley. Riley, he's going to back this one up. Degrees, what's going on? Welcome in. Leaf sends round one. That would be something. Peter. Here come the Panthers again. Little flip pass. Turned over. Tavares tried to get it back in. He couldn't. Cats bringing it down the ice. Toronto trying to change, but there's a lot of traffic in front of their bench. Prep coming in with a super chat. Thank you, Prep. Boo, stupid cats. Prep. What a game, Rick. It is a great game. You know, we were supposed to be there tonight. We had tickets today, but I was feeling a little under the weather. So we gave away the tickets so I could be here with all of you. Nico, what's going on? Welcome in. 3:20 to go. 3:20 to go. Need Bolts win in Ottawa tomorrow. Yeah, Paul, that's going to be a big one. Here comes Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe going to send this across. Panthers over the line. Reinhardt shooting. That one's going to go just wide. Toronto trying to chip it out. They can't. Lundell gets dumped. Are we getting a penalty? Yes, we are. Toronto. The trip. And it's going to be Holmberg with 3 minutes to go. And Carlo's on the bench with the glove off. Carlo is in some serious discomfort. The trainer's looking at his wrist. That's not a good sign. We hope Carlo is doing okay with that wrist. Can't lose him. Holy so. All right, welcome back, Maryland. Welcome back. But this has been absolutely wild. What a hockey game. We knew this was going to be a doozy. 3-2 was our score prediction. Right now, 3-1 is what it's looking at. Oof, I know. Why taking that? I think that was, Monty, that was like just a natural reaction, right? He kind of got tripped up himself. He goes down, he reaches out with the stick, and he's going to go to the box. So Toronto, 3 goals, Nyes, Marner, Tavares. Panthers with 1 from Forsling. Face-offs are back to 50-50. So Toronto fell behind. They've now evened that back up. 29-26 are the shots. Toronto has 10 shots here in this period, 6 for the Panthers. The hitting, though, is the biggest discrepancy. 38 hits the Florida Panthers have thrown. 24 hits the Maple Leafs have thrown. Of course, no, we can't coast. We can't coast at all. Yeah, we hope Carlo's okay. We hope David Kempf is okay. He got knocked out of the game, left the game earlier, is not returning. Do you know why I can't redeem anything? Numi, I don't. What does it say? Do you get an error message or anything when you try? You don't put a space. Exclamation mark redeem is all one words. Don't put a space in there. That might be why. But holy smokes. This is crazy. This is going to be a wild third minutes here. There you go. Leo's got it. Leo's got it. This is going to be a wild finish. Toronto is up by 2. 2 goals, worst lead in hockey. JJ, what's going on? Saying, go Cats. Let's go. Who's going to do it? Holmberg to the box. 2 minutes on the board. Are they going to pull their goaltender? Are they going to go 6? No, it looks like they're just going 5. And there's conversation with the linesman and the trainer still going on. They didn't show us the replay of when McCabe and the linesman ran into each other. But the linesman is still here. Oh, let's see here. Oh, so the linesman, it was after the goal in the corner. The linesman just went to cut a circle and kind of had his head down, and he turned right into Jake McCabe. So I wonder if he jacked up his neck because he was cutting and had his head down, and he skated right into Jake McCabe. So I think they're just making sure, kind of concussion protocol for the linesman, making sure he's doing all right. Here we go. Panthers off the draw, right to Bennett. He shoots. A nice save there. Back in the corner, Bennett with a great shot right off the draw. Out into the high slot. Samoskevich with a shot. It's knocked down. Almost given away to Bennett. Goes to the corner. They're going to play this to the line. Reinhart. Over to Jones, playing this down low. Bradley, what's going on? They are. Here's Reinhart. Reinhart shoots. They score. There it is. The Florida Panthers on the power play. We talked about how dangerous they are. Sam Reinhart, he can score from anywhere, scores with the best of them. And he gets this one quickly on the power play. Folks, this game is not done yet. A very, very quick release. Sam Reinhart, he's looking. A little toe drag and a great shot. A goal scorer's shot there by Sam Reinhart. Wow, it's a power play goal. Here we go. Yikes. Now, Reinhart did have an assist earlier today. So we got 225 to, I believe that's 12 power play goals for Reinhart as well. This coming around, Panthers still with it. They still got time, 225. When do they pull? Bobrovsky. Puck is dumped down in the corner. Going in after it. There we go. Bobrovsky heads to the net. It's an empty net. Puck comes to Bobby McMahon. Tavares steals. They can't get it out. Bennett keeps this one in. Battling. Down in the corner. Florida with it. 6-on-5 situation. Back around, down to the point. Jones going to keep this one in. Verhaeghe doing a job behind the net. It's going to come to Jones again. Jones going to flip this one, and it's going to go up and at a play. With 155, we get a stoppage. Holy smokes. They got to keep this one going. So Reinhardt's 37th goal of the year. Wow. So Samoskevich gets an assist. Timeout Florida. Samoskevich and Jones picking up the assists on that goal. But 37 for Sam Reinhardt. So empty net. We got a timeout on the play. Timeout called. They are going to regroup. Holy smokes. This is a big one. This is huge. Important points here. Toronto trying to push themselves further in the lead in top spot in the Atlantic. Florida trying to tie things up in the standings. With Tampa Bay 1 point back of Toronto as of now.
How many times does that happen?
Let's go. If you're just coming in, welcome in. Thank you for joining us here. Again, make sure you hit that thumbs up and make sure you hit that subscribe or follow. Mark, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Make sure you hit that subscribe or follow. We want you to join us for more hockey all the way through till the Stanley Cup is handed out. Then, of course, we'll be back next year. Off the draw, there's a huge hit down in the corner. Empty net for the Panthers. Toronto trying to get it out. They can't. 6-on-5 situation. In the corner, Samoskevich going to send it down low. Panthers shooting, hit the side of the net. Holy smokes, that one scared me. They play it to the line. Here's Reinhardt. He scored just moments ago to Lundell. Side of the net, trying to bring this one through. Back to Lundell. Lundell going to give it to Bennett. Bennett. He shoots, looking for a deflection. All 5 Leafs were in front of the net. Marner falling. Marner on his stomach. He's going to swipe this one out. What a play by Mitch Marner. Endrett, how's it going? And it just goes over the line for icing. Marner from his stomach whacks it down, and it just goes over the line for icing. 1:10 to go. 1:10 to go. 3-2. Leafs have the lead. Endrett, that's a great picture there in your emoji. Beverly coming in with the super chat. Do it again, JT. Remember, Beverly bought the first goal of the game. Will it work here again? Do it again, JT. Beverly, thank you so much for the super chat. We're trying to buy a goal, buy some insurance, buy an empty netter. Let's see if it'll happen. Off the draw, Panthers going to win it back to Reinhardt. Reinhardt shooting. Stolarz can't see it. It's there in front. He got a piece of it. Toronto flipping it down. Oh, it's kept in by Jones. The height of Jones, they keep it in. Last minute. Here they go down the ice. Oh, and it's just wide. So that's going to be icing call as Toronto puts it just wide. 51.3 seconds to go. Raymond, can you imagine? They can't do that. No penalty on. Oh, where's the. Yeah. I don't think. Well, yeah, you could argue one should have been called there. Rick, I agree. That probably would have been a good time to call the timeout. They do not. So Tavares and Lundell going to take the draw. Off the draw, Florida wins this. Back to the line, comes to Reinhardt. Reinhardt misses the pass. He's going to put it over to Jones. Jones up to Bennett. Bennett to Reinhardt. Back to Bennett. Bennett is curling. Bennett shoots. Looking for the deflection. It goes around behind the net. Florida can't put it out in front. Verhaeghe is there. Now it comes to Verhaeghe. Hops over his stick back to Bennett. To Verhaeghe. He shoots looking for a deflection in front. Toronto going to get that. Matthews slashing at it. To Bennett. Across. Down at the side. Bodies are flying everywhere. 20 seconds to go. Here's a shot that goes wide. Reinhardt to point. Here's a shot. That one goes high. And it's at a place. Stolarz is pointing at the net as everybody is getting knocked around. Huge battles going on. Bennett and Tavares are going at it. Everybody is knocking each other down. Huge war in front of that Maple Leaf net. Holy smokes. Some great shots, some great deflections. Stolarz took Lundell down. Bennett took Tavares down. No timeout called. 14 seconds left. Puck is dropped. It's going to be scrambled. Panthers, Reinhardt holds it in. Reinhardt, 9 seconds to the side. Back to Reinhardt, 5 seconds. They slide it down low. Sharp angle shot. That one is knocked. Tanev gets it. The Leafs hang on. They win. The Leafs win. The Leafs win. The Leafs win 3-2. We predicted the correct score. 3-2 is your final. Toronto able to get the job done. Holy smokes. Mark, very much like playoff hockey. This was crazy. What a huge victory here for the Maple Leafs. Holy smokes. All right, let's run down your goal scorers here real quickly before we say our goodnights. Forsling opened the scoring, his 10th from Reinhardt and Bennett. Tavares picked up his 36 from Nylander. Then it was Marner, his 24th from Matthews and Nyes. Then Nyes, his 26 from Marner, McCabe. Sam Reinhart with the later goal, his 37th on the power play from Samoskevich and Jones. And David, there it is. With that win, we have officially clinched a playoff spot. We are officially in. Excuse me. We have clinched a playoff spot. Congratulations, Leaf fans. Thank goodness we are in. Now it's what do we do with this? What do we make of this? Toronto's going to hang on to that top spot with some big games in the National Hockey League coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow night, are you ready for this? Boston and Montreal. Montreal needs to get back in the winning column. A huge game between Tampa Bay and Ottawa. We're going to have to cheer for Ottawa in that one to keep Tampa Bay at bay. Blue Jackets and Avalanche. A big game for the Blue Jackets in that one. So lots to go tomorrow. There's going to be lots of hockey all week long. Surfing Owl, what's going on? It was a great time. Monica, there it is. Yay, yay. Bringing up the W. That was huge. What a nice game. What a great game for the Leafs. If we take a look at the stats, 26 shots for Toronto, 31 for Florida. Faceoffs end up being 50-50, which is pretty sweet. 1 for 2. Florida goes on the power play. Toronto goes 0 for 1. I can't believe with these two teams playing, there were so few power plays. To me, that just doesn't make sense. The refs put the whistles away, and it was a crazy game. 39 hits for Florida, 25 for Toronto. Toronto had 21 block shots. Florida was 7. Panthers, 23 giveaways. That is crazy. 13 giveaways for Toronto. All in all, an excellent win, a much-needed win. I want to thank all of our mods. Thank you, as usual, for doing what you do. Really do appreciate it. Thank you so much to Prep and Beverly for the super chats. Thank you all so much. Thank you to everybody who found us. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, or has been watching along. This has been a lot of fun. We look forward to doing it again. And of course, Jacob Lee as well. Thank you for hitting that one. It's just been awesome. It's been awesome. Okay, we got a break. They'll be back at it Saturday night. Redeem, we want the cup. Get that cup shiny. Shine it up real nice. Get it ready to go. Time to celebrate. There you go. Some celebratory and your last beer. Gotta get it going. Again, thank you, everybody. We'll see you again real soon. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure your notifications are on because we got much more hockey coming right back at you. Good night, everybody. Take care. Have a great rest of your week. You never know when another game might pop up. So that's why it's important to have those notifications going. Take care. Good night, Lucas. Good night, Dawson. Trolley. See you, Jonathan. Thank you. Raven, take care. Leo, Mark, BD. Good to see you, BD. Have a good one. Beverly, Lewis D, Monty, Surfin' Owl, Sasham, Primus. Take care, all. Patoli, thank you. Have a good one. CNL. Good night, Munchie. Ulysses, John, Monica, everybody, Dallas. Thank you so much, Peter. Take care. Good night, and we'll see you. Absolutely, it is, Raven. No judgment. No judgment. It is. Absolutely. Have a great night, everybody. Go Leafs, go. Good night. We'll do it again real soon. Take care.